Hello everyone, I welcome you all to the session of April 4th. I said yesterday 3rd, 4th January and January. So sorry for that. It's April 4th, second session, and we are here with the memory-based question discussion and the analysis. So my name is Mohit Bhatia
And I'm Vijay's Maths faculty in Resonance Hyderabad. Okay, so we welcomes you in the live paper discussion. Till now, whatever we got so many questions from the maths, physics and chemistry. First, we are going to start with the maths, and in maths, especially in our subject, what question we received till now, questions are like average kind of the question. It means those are doable.
Okay. So even in physics, I think the type of questions we were seeing in the January attempt, comparatively, I think the paper is going more towards moderate.
Okay.
So the standard of physics has been increased.
Okay. And
how about maths, sir?
In maths, it is actually little bit decreased.
Okay.
And in maths, one good thing that in last year and January attempt also, there were some shifts where easy paper came and in some difficult came.
Okay.
But till now, if you compare these all 4 and 5 shifts, then all are approx same level.
Okay.
It means level this time in maths level maintained by
too much variations are not there, right? So in physics also, sir, the variations not there. Most of the paper is towards moderate. Like the standard, if I say, is more towards moderate. There is a blend of concepts also in few of the questions. Yesterday we have seen few questions which were more calculative. Today we are seeing mix of concepts. But one thing is for sure, sir, if somebody is doing all this memory-based questions ka discussion analysis, they will be getting help because we are finding almost same patterns in the
this
coming
time
shifts
in maths
also. Yeah.
And actually, usually in maths, repeated question, it means PYQ based question, less number of question came.
Okay.
But this time it is it means good number of the question came same kind of the as PYQ.
Okay. So
Means
without
this time those who practice the PYQ will be helpful in maths.
Right. I think that if the students are seeing this January attempt questions and remaining shifts question, they must be getting some help, right?
Yes.
Okay. So without wasting any time, I think you should start with the paper discussion. We'll start with this afterwards. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so our first question is cot inverse 7 by 4 plus cot inverse 19 by 4 plus cot inverse 39 by 4. This is the sequence whose solution we need. Okay, so sum we need and answer are given in terms of cot inverse of something. Okay, so whenever this is the question from the chapter sequence and series, whenever there is a series of the form any inverse trigonometric function, we need to convert that complete sequence in this form as n equal to. Okay, just a minute. So we write the sequence in form of tan inverse. Whenever any inverse trigonometric function series is given, tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy form. Okay. So here we need to convert this one also in terms of tan inverse. First, we need to find general term. So in denominator there is 4 is fixed. In numerator, if you see, in first term we have 7, in second term we have 19, in third term we have 39, so on. So actually this is 4 plus 3, this one is 16 plus 3 and this is 36 plus 3. Okay. Further, if you write this is 4 into 1, the 16 is 4 into 2 square and this is 4 into 3 square. So actually that general term is the 4 into n square plus 3 form. Okay. So here I am writing Sn equal to sigma cot inverse denominator is 4 and numerator of the form 4n square plus 3. 4n square plus 3. Now again we need to write the sum in terms of tan inverse. So cot inverse in terms of tan inverse. Here n is equal to 1 to infinity we have. Okay. So we just find till 1 to n, then at last we replace n equal to infinity. This can be written as tan inverse 4 by 4n square plus 3. Now we need to write this one as tan inverse 1 plus xy in denominator. To convert in that form, sometimes you need to multiply and divide by some number. So here that number is 4. If we divide by 4 in numerator and denominator, this can be written as n square plus 3 by 4. And that 3 by 4 can be written as 1 minus 1 by 4. Okay. So further if we write tan inverse 1 by 1 plus n square minus 1 by 4, that can be written as n minus 1 by 2 into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, so denominator we got as 1 plus xy. Now numerator we need x minus y form. So that 1 can be written as difference of these two. Yes, n plus 1 by 2 minus n minus 1 by 2. The difference is also equal to 1 perfectly. Okay. Okay, let me remove this part. Okay, now further, this can be written as sigma tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, tan inverse n plus 1 by 2 minus tan inverse n minus 1 by 2, where n is 1 to infinity. If we put tan n equal to 1, then we are getting tan inverse 3 minus tan inverse 1 by 2. 3 by 2 minus tan inverse 1 by 2. If we put n equal to 2, tan inverse, that is equal to 5 by 2 minus tan inverse 3 by 2. If we put 3, then tan inverse 7 by 2 minus tan inverse 5 by 2. So on, at last, if we put n equal to n, then we are getting tan inverse n plus 1 by 2 minus tan inverse n minus 1 by 2. Here cancellation will occur. These two cancel, these two cancel. Similarly, at last, this term also will get cancelled out. So finally, when you add, we'll get tan inverse n plus 1 by 2 minus tan inverse, this term is only remaining tan inverse 1 by 2. If we put n equal to infinity, then tan inverse infinity is pi by 2. So here we are getting pi by 2 minus tan inverse 1 by 2. Pi by 2 minus tan inverse x, that is equal to cot inverse. So what we got? Cot inverse 1 by 2. Okay. So here we got the B option. Now coming to next question, they are writing k equal to 1 to n. Alpha power k plus 1 by alpha power k whole square equal to 20, where alpha is the one root of the equation x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0, then n. So this is the problem from the complex number and easy one. Okay, x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. Roots are omega and omega square. Okay, now it means alpha is either omega or omega square. You can choose any value, so I am choosing alpha equal to omega. Okay, so here k equal to 1 to n, k equal to 1 to n. Alpha is omega, omega power k, 1 by alpha power k. 1 by alpha, it means 1 by omega. That 1 by omega can be written as omega square. So actually this 1 by alpha power k, it means omega square power k. So omega power 2k we got. Whole square equal to 20. What I use here? That was the 1 by omega power k. And 1 by omega can be written as omega square power k. Okay, alpha was omega, so 1 by alpha power k, 1 by omega power k. Okay, now they gave that this sum is equal to 20 and we need to answer for what value of n this sum is going to be 20. Okay, so if we put k equal to 1, so what we are getting? We are getting this one as omega plus omega square whole square. If you put k equal to 2, then what we are getting? Omega square plus omega power 4, that further can be written as omega, okay, whole square. If you put k equal to 3, then omega power 3 1, omega power 6 also 1, 1 plus 1 whole square. Now further when you move, if you put omega equal to 4, sorry, k equal to 4, omega power 4 plus omega power 8 will be same. Then when you put k equal to 5, it will be same. K equal to 6, it also be same as this one. Okay, so here we are just, it means after this one again repetition will occur. Omega plus omega square minus 1, it is minus 1 square. This is also minus 1 square, and this one is 2 square is 4. So it is 1 plus 1 plus 4 equal to 6. It means if we take k equal to 1 to 3, we got the sum as 6, but actually we need sum as 20. So again 3 more term. some become 12, 3 more terms, some become 18. So if we take 3 pairs, it means total 3 into 3 terms. Then sum will be 18, but we need some 20. So 2 more is required, it means 2 more terms we need to consider. So total number of terms are equal to 11. Okay. Coming to next question. L1 and L2, two lines are given where P is unknown. If the shortest distance between L1 and L2 is 1 by root 6, and the possible value of P. Achha, this is the question from 3D and that is based on shortest distance. Easy problem. There is only one unknown and one condition they give. So we apply the formula of shortest distance. We'll get the shortest distance in terms of P and then we equate with the 1 by root 6. Okay, so what is the formula of shortest distance? Obviously these are not parallel, so we are going to use skew lines formula. Okay, that shortest distance formula was modulus of a1 vector minus a2 vector dot b1 vector cross b2 vector and divide by modulus of b1 cross b2. Okay. So where a1 vector and a2 vector are the position vector of the points on line. Okay, so first let me get a1 vector minus a2 vector. Here a1 vector is the pi cap plus 0j cap plus 0k cap. a2 vector is the 1i cap, 0j cap and 0k cap. So when we find a1 vector minus a2 vector, we are just getting p minus 1 I cap, p minus 1 I cap, because j cap coefficient are 0 in both. Okay, so this is a1 minus a2. Then further what we want, we need b1 vector cross b2 vector, b1 cross b2, I cap, j cap, k cap. This is the b1 vector is the any vector parallel to first line, b2 vector is the vector parallel to second line. So that parallel vector will get from these drs 3 I 4 j 5k, coefficient I am writing 3 4 5. Then for the second line b2 vector 2 3 4. If we expand, then I cap into 16 minus 15 plus I cap, coefficient of j cap is 12 minus 10 2, but minus sign minus 2 j cap, coefficient of k cap is 9 minus 8, that is 1 k cap. Okay, so this is our b1 vector cross b2 vector. Now if you put in the formula shortest distance, modulus of a1 minus a2 dot b1 cross b2, dot product of these two, what we got, p minus 1. Okay, coefficient of j cap k cap is 0 here, that's why only I cap coefficient came. In denominator, modulus of b1 cross b2, b1 cross b2 modulus is equal to root over 6. They give shortest distance as 1 by root 6. Okay, root 6 cancel. Modulus of p minus 1 equal to 1, p minus 1 equal to plus minus 1, value of p is 2 comma 0. Okay, so there are two possible value of p, one is 2 and other is 0. So which option? Okay, we got the option B. Now coming to next question. Here we need integration of root 1 plus x square plus x whole power 10 by root 1 plus x square minus x whole power 9. So actually in this integration some expression were given and we just need to calculate the value of mn, something like that. Okay, so at last you just need to know how to integrate, then later you can compare. Okay, for the integration, here we have root over 1 plus x square plus x whole power 10. In denominator we have root over 1 plus x square minus x whole power 9. And we know one thing, when we multiply root 1 plus x square plus x and root 1 plus x square minus x, what we are getting? 1. So they are inverse of each other. 1 plus x square plus x into root over 1 plus x square minus x, or if you rationalize also you will get. So this product is equal to 1. It means root 1 plus x square minus x can be written as 1 by root 1 plus x square plus x. Okay, it means if this term comes in numerator, that will be same as this one. So finally this integration can be written as root 1 plus x square plus x power 90. Now this is the only term which we need to integrate. Okay, for the integration of this one, I am going to assume this complete as t. Okay, root 1 plus x square plus x we are considering as t for the integration. If we differentiate 1 by 2 root 1 plus x square into 2x plus 1 into dx equal to dt. 2 cancel, root 1 plus x square LCM, then finally in numerator we are getting x plus root 1 plus x square, that can be replaced by t by root 1 plus x square into dx equal to dt. Now by the way we need dx in terms of dt, so here t is okay, but that root 1 plus x square. Here we got dx equal to, we do not have root 1 plus x square here, dx equal to root 1 plus x square by t into dt. Okay. So actually when I replace the value of dx, first I need to find the value of root 1 plus x square in terms of t. To get the value of root 1 plus x square in terms of t, I am doing some process. Here as we know, root 1 plus x square plus x is t. If you rationalize, then this term is going to be, if this is t, root 1 plus x square minus x is going to be 1 by t. Okay, because product of both is equal to 1. We need value of root 1 plus x square. If you add, twice of root 1 plus x square will come, and root 1 plus x square is equal to 1 by 2 t plus 1 by t. Okay, so we got the value of root 1 plus x square. So if I put here, then 1 by 2, this one by t, 1 plus 1 by t square. Okay, this is the value of dx in terms of dt. Now if you put the value here, integration I is equal to this written as t, so t power 19. Okay, then dx can be written as 1 by 2, 1 by 2 can be written out, and 1 plus 1 by t square into dt. Further, if we multiply t power 19 plus t power 17 into dt, okay, and that we can integrate easily. T power 19 integration is t power 20 by 20 plus t power 18 by 18. After this actually you just need to put value of t, and then t power 18 will be common, and then comparison will occur. Okay. Now the next question is, let the mean and variance of the observation. These are the observation whose mean and variance is given 4 and 2. Then the mean deviation about the mode of the observation they are asking. Okay. So first by using mean and variance we'll get the value of unknown a and b. Then we find mode, and then we find the mean deviation about the mode. Okay. So mean is equal to 4. If mean is equal to 4, then sigma xi by n is equal to 4. Sigma xi 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus a plus b by n. Number of terms are 8. By 8 equal to 4. So can I say that 8 into 4, that is equal to 32. Now if we 8, the sun is 6 and 4 10. 10 and 14 24. So here we are getting a plus b equal to 8. This is the one equation. We need one more. For one more, they give the variance of the observation. Now variance formula, sigma xi square by n minus x bar whole square. X bar is 4, whole square is 16, equal to variance is 2. So from here we got sigma xi square is equal to 18 into 8. Okay. Now sigma xi square, 2 square plus 3 square plus 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square plus 7 square plus a square plus b square equal to 18 into 8. So that is 18 into 8, 180 minus 36, 144. Okay. From here we get the value of a square plus b square, that is equal to, might be 32 will come. Once let me check. 4, 9. Okay, it will be 32. A square plus B square when you calculate. Now, by solving these two equations, we'll get the value of A and B. Then A will be 4 and B also be 4 will come. Okay, when you solve both. So A and B equal to 4. If A and B equal to 4, then our data become like this. Okay. Then sorry. Then what you want? Mean deviation about the mode. So what is the mode? With the highest frequency, 4 came 3 times. So mode is equal to 4. Okay. Now what do you want? Mean deviation. What is the formula of mean deviation? That is sigma xi minus mod divide by n. Okay. So mod is 4 here, 2 minus 4 that is equal to 2 modulus. Mean of absolute value of deviation is the mean deviation. 3 minus 4 that is 1, 3 minus 4 1, 4 minus 4 0, 5 minus 4 1, 7 minus 4 3, then again 0 and again 0. Divide by 8. So what we got? This one is 2, 3, 4, 4 and 4, 8. 8 by 8 equal to 1. So our answer was 1 for this question. Okay. Okay. So this was in maths. Now I request to Srinivas sir to join us.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Hello, guys. Let's discuss chemistry paper today. Okay. Right. Let us see how the questions are come in this shift. Okay, so very simple question they given. Here, total third year group, boron group, having the exceptions. In atomic radius, there is a exception. In ionization energy, there is a exception due to the various reasons. So they asked the maximum question is what? Maximum IE and minimum IE of the group 13 elements. Boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium. Okay? Maximum and minimum. So for example, you can remember like this. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 and the fifth element of the third year group. Okay, what is the sequence? 1, 5. 1, 5, 3, 4. You should remember like this. Boron greater than thallium, greater than gallium, aluminum greater than indium. Okay, highest ionization energy and lowest ionization energy. Highest ionization energy exhibited by the boron, lowest energy shown by the what? Indium. Then what is the answer? Boron and indium is the answer, right? You can remember like this, right? Reasons are there because of various reasons. Order not follow the regular trend. So highest and lowest, maximum and minimum, boron and indium. And the total number of electrons in the chromium for which the value of azimuthal quantum number L is equals to 1 and 2. L is equals to 0, what orbital? S orbital. L is equals to 1, p orbital. L is equals to 2, d orbital. So they asked the total number of electrons present in the p and d orbitals in the electronic configuration of chromium. Okay, that means we have to exclude the electrons present in the s orbital because they asked the question for the quantum electrons present in the quantum number L equals to 1, L equals to 2. That means electrons present in the p orbital and d orbitals are required. Okay, total number of electrons. What is the electronic configuration? Chromium 24, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1, 3d5. you can exclude the s electrons. Here 2, 2, 4, here 6, 4 plus 2, 6. Here we have to exclude the 1 electron. Out of 24 electrons, we need 17 electrons. According to question, we have to exclude the totally 7 electrons which are present in the s orbital, whose L value is 0. Then when quantum number L is equals to 1 and 2, right, total number of electrons are 17. Here we have 6, here we have 6, here we have 5. Totally how many electrons are present? Whose L value is 1 and 2? 17 is the answer. 17 is the answer. Let's move to next question. Yeah. This question is given from the biomolecules. Okay. X is a peptide which is hydrolyzed. X is a peptide which is upon hydrolysis. Hydrolyzed, it gives the 2 amino acids Y and Z. Y, when react with HNO2, gives the lactic acid. This is the very, very important they given. What is the important they given? Y upon treated with HNO2 gives the what? Lactic acid. CH3, CHOH, COOH. It gives the lactic acid. That means compulsory Y is compulsory Y is CH3, CHNH2, COOH compulsory. Why? Because here we get the alcohol from the diazotization. Diazotization means in the place of OH we must be having the what? NH2. This is only upon diazotization gives the lactic acid. That means Y is nothing but what is this? Alanine. This is the alanine. Y is alanine. Okay, then go for the options. So alanine options are 2 are there, so we have to check the question again. Right. X, this is the X, a peptide. Upon hydrolysis gives the Y and Z. Upon hydrolysis means here we have to add the H plus, here we have to add the OH minus. Here we have to add the H plus, here we have to add the OH minus, dissociate. What you get? CH2, NH2, COOH. Yes, optically inactive amino acids we get. That is nothing but what? Optically inactive amino acid is nothing but what? Glycine. So this is Z. Z is glycine. Z is glycine. Then what is the answer? B is the answer. Alanine and glycine is the answer. Right? Very easy actually, but need to have the concept. Next question. Alcohol, very simple question they given from the substitution reactions and elimination reactions. Alcohol is prepared by the alkyl halide in the presence of aqueous KOH. By elimination they given. By substitution only. Alkyl halide when treated with KOH, aqueous KOH. What you get? ROH. Here what kind of reaction takes place? Substitution reaction takes place, not by the elimination. Then statement 1 is wrong. Alkenes are prepared from the alkyl halide with alcoholic KOH. Yes, alcoholic KOH encourages the elimination reactions. So by beta elimination, right, statement 2 is right. Statement 1 is false, but statement 2 is true. Then option D is the correct one. Next, we discuss the given question. The question I think it given based on Bend's rule. It given based on what? Bend's rule. Right, ClF3 actually it is in the sp3d hybridization. Right, in the sp3d hybridization we have the trigonal bipyramidal structure. Whenever lone pairs are present, lone pairs must be placed in the equatorial position. Two kinds of positions are present in the sp3d hybridization. This is equatorial, axial. Here we have the 120-degree bond angle, here we have the 90-degree bond angle. As lone pair electrons gives the exert the more repulsions, they must be placed at the more angles, not at the less angles. That means lone pair electrons must be placed in the what positions? Equatorial positions. In the CLF3, 7 plus 3 by 2. 5 is the steric number. What is the hybridization? sp3d. 3 bond pairs are there. 2 lone pairs are there. Those lone pairs must be placed in the equatorial position, not in the axial position. If you place those 2 lone pairs on the axial position, repulsions are more, molecule will become unstable. So that to avoid the repulsions, we have to place these lone pair electrons only at equatorial positions. Only at what position? Equatorial positions. Right. But whatever it may be, they are given the 3 structures. Statement 1, CLF3 has the 3 this term they mentioned. 3 possible structures. Yes, 3 possible structures are possible. This structure is possible, this structure is possible, this structure is possible. Among the possible structures, this is the highly stable as lone pair electrons are placed at equatorial position. In this second structure, third structure, lone pair electrons are placed at the what positions? Axial positions. Here axial, equatorial. Here both lone pairs are at axial positions, which decreases the stability of the molecule. First statement is correct. There is a confusion. Here they given 3 possible structures. 3 possible structures. Some are less stable, some are more stable. Whatever it may be, possible structures are 3. That is statement 1 is right. Third is the most stable. No, third is the least stable structure of the CLF3 as lone pair electrons are placed in the axial positions. So statement 2 is wrong, statement 1 is right, then statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect. Option A is the answer. Right. Wait a minute. Okay, thank you. Next, Moisa will continue. Right.
So we'll continue with our discussion on physics memory-based question of 4th April. 4th April? Date क्या है?
4th April.
4th April again. 4th April second shift. Let's start. These date things I am doing some mistakes every time. So, okay. Let's continue with our paper discussion. So, as a whole, physics questions were straight, simple. There were few questions where there was a blend of concept. Okay. Let's start our discussion without any more discussion about the same. Rotation per we are finding one question. This is rolling based. Rolling per we have found in the first January JEE question basically on inclined plane. This time we are getting rolling per question on horizontal surface, right? Going forward. Okay. So whenever it's a pure rolling, this point of contact must be at rest, right? This point of contact is having velocity 0, yes or no? Point of contact is having velocity 0, yes or no? So, which means that I can say that this point is having 2 velocity, one because of translation, second because of rotation. We can say it v plus, by the way, this point is having v and this point is having r omega backside, so v equals to r omega for this point. For this point, it is v plus r omega, which is like 2 omega r, we can say, because r omega is equals to v. So we can write the point A has velocity v plus omega r, which is like 2 omega r. So the value of 2 omega r is equals to 8 meter per second. We want to find the velocity of the point B, find speed of point B. So now point B is nothing but, obviously each point on the body is having translation, plus what is this length? R by 2 omega, yes or no? It's r by 2 omega, whereas we know v is equals to r omega, so r omega plus 3r by 2 omega is 3r by 2 omega. So if omega r is 4, we can write 3 by 2 into 4, this will be 6 meter per second, yes or no? If it is 8, then we can write omega r is equals to, right? Going forward. What is the formula for maximum kinetic energy plus initial, final, right? What is the initial kinetic energy? We need to find, given at this point. So there's a mass m kept here, thrown with some velocity. The question says that a particle of mass m is at a distance 3r from the center of Earth. Find minimum kinetic energy of the particle to leave Earth field. Earth field means it's a type of escape velocity when you're launching from the point 3r distance. So kinetic energy plus what is the potential energy? Minus gmm by 3r is equal to what is the kinetic energy final? Obviously when it's out of the field and it's a minimum means the final kinetic energy is 0, and obviously it's out of the field, so 0. So we can write kinetic energy is equals to gmm by 3r by basic conservation of energy. Since we have the option in terms of gravity, we'll multiply both numerator and denominator by r. This gm by r square is gravity, so it's like mgr by 3. So the answer will be option B. Yes or no? Right? So let's move on with our next question. So it's a question basically on gravitation. In a YDSC setup, the slits are separated by 1.5 millimeter. So there is a YDSC setup. This distance is small d and this is 1.5 millimeter. There is a screen here. This distance, capital D, this is capital D, between the slit and the screen is 2 meter. On using light of wavelength 400 nanometers, so therefrom the light is of lambda 400 nanometer. It is observed that 20 maximas of double slit experiment lie inside central maxima of single slit diffraction. So 20 lambda d by d, it's the formula for fringe width in a YDSC, right? Lambda d by d is the formula for fringe width in YDSC. So 20 width is equals to lie inside central maxima of single slit diffraction. Single slit experiment mein the central maxima width is 2 lambda d by a, where a is the width of the slit. 2 lambda d by a is the width of central fringe formed in the single slit experiment, right? Lambda d by d is the formula for fringe width in a YDSC, Young's double slit experiment, interference, and this is diffraction. We need to equate them, right? So capital D cancel, lambda cancel. We need to find small a. This is 10. Okay, so D by 10. What is the value of small d? Small d, or is there something we're missing out? Lambda cancel, capital D cancel. This 2, 20, 10. Small d by 10. Okay. What is the value of small d? 1.5. And there was no use of lambda, so lambda got cancelled off. Millimeter mein, and this is by 10, right? This is coming out to be something, this is in millimeter, so 10 to the power minus 3. So this is like 1.5 10 to the power minus 4. This is in micrometer, so we should write this as 150 10 to the power minus 6 meter, or 150 micrometer. So the answer will be 150 here, right? So basic observation from here, since it was micrometer, so we have to just do some basic calculation to get the answer in micrometer. 10 to the power minus 6 is micro, 10 to the power minus 6 is micro, right? So that's the answer. 150 micrometer is the answer for this. Going for the next question, the equivalent capacitance between A and B. I guess some students are saying that there is some dielectric being kept here or there. Some K is given. We don't know the exact value of that right now. I haven't got the right exact value. But the question is something like this, where the question is on combination of capacitors. So on capacitor, we are getting question almost in every shift till now. So series C1, C2 by C1 plus C2, right? When they are in series, plus C3 because that is in parallel. So when we take the LCM, C1 plus C2, C1 C2 plus C1 C3 plus C2 C3. So this is the answer. Option A. C1 C2, C1 C3, C2 C3 by C1 plus C2. Yes or no? That's the answer. Going forward, a block of mass 25 kg is pulled along a horizontal surface by a force at an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal. The friction coefficient between the block and the surface is 0.25. So there is a block given of mass 25 kg. There is a force F, and the value of this force we don't know right now. This angle we know is 45 degree, right? So a block of mass 25 kg is pulled along a horizontal surface by a force at an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal. The friction coefficient between the block and the surface is 0.25. The block travels at a uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means net force along horizontal must be 0. So this is F cos 45 and this is friction. Okay, there must be some normal, there must be some weight. So the value of normal must be, so friction is equals to this horizontal force F cos 45. What is the limiting friction or the kinetic friction? Mu times n. What is n? mg minus this F. F sine 45, right? This is F sine 45. This is F sine 45. So F by root 2 is equals to F by root 2. Yes or no? This F cos 45 must be equals to friction. Friction is equals to mu n. The value of n is mg minus F sine 45. Yes or no? Right? Okay. Now, the value of mu is 0.25. For my calculation, right now I am taking the value of g as 10. I know that we should take 9.8, but I am taking it 10 right now. We are ready to go for a little bit of deviation in my answer because we are having 245, 735, 970, 490. All the answers are a little far away from each other. So if we can get the approximated answer also, we are ready with it. We are happy with it, right? So 0.25 m is 25 into g is 10 minus f by root 2 equals to f by root 2. We need to find work done. So we need to find f first, or at least f cos 45 on this value actually. So that is 0.25 into 25, which is 25 into 25, 625. 625 into 10, 62.5. Okay, minus 0.25 into f by root 2 equals to f by root 2. So when it goes that side, f is equals to 62.5. It is 1.25 by root 2. So that's like f equals to 62.5 by 1.25 into root 2. Yes or no? When we solve this, this will be 50 root 2 Newton is the answer here for force. Yes or no? If you want to find work, I am writing here, work is equals to f dot s, matlab fs cos theta. The value of f is 50 root 2. The value of s is 5. The value of cos theta is root 2 again, cos 45. Root 2 cancel. That turns out to be 250 joules. Since we took this g as 10, my answer will be a little deviating. So I am understanding and assuming my answer will be 245 joules. Yes or no? Going forward with the next question. So this was a question based on friction actually. Displacement of a wave is expressed as x equals to 5 cos 628t plus pi by 2 meter. The wavelength of wave when its velocity is 300 meter per second. So we know v is 300 meter per second. I know v is equals to f into lambda. Exactly same type problem we got yesterday also. So lambda is equals to v by f. So v is equals to 300, f is equals to, this is omega, right? 628. We know 5 cos omega t plus 5 by 2. So frequency is equals to omega by 2 pi, right? So we'll write here 628 by 2 pi. Do we all agree this? Okay, so this will be 314. The value of pi is also 3.14. So this 0 will be consumed by this decimal, 340 cancel, this will be 3 meters. So obviously the answer will be option D, right? Exactly based on this, we found one question yesterday also. Just there was one more flick. We got the value of mu given for some medium. Mu was 2 given there, and we were supposed to find wavelength, velocity, frequency. Somewhat like this type of question we are finding almost very often nowadays, right? Basics of refraction or basics of wave, actually, or basics of STEM. Okay, that's it. Fine. So I had this many questions from my side on memory waste. We'll go forward with the next set of discussion. Before we go further, one basic analysis from these, after seeing all these questions, I think the questions are coming very straight, but there will be few questions which we need to understand, we need to skip. Okay, we need to skip few questions. We cannot go forward with all the questions. We have to understand there will be some questions which will consume our time. So please try to understand which question we should attempt and which question we should skip. So that will be one of the important learning for all of us. So at this point, I will ask Vivek sir to continue with the maths paper question discussion. So he'll continue. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you again.
Yeah, hello everyone. Myself Vivek Kumar, Mathematics faculty at Resonance. Now we are going to discuss about the mathematics sum. So trend are as it is only. We are feeling the paper are not much difficult, but the calculation part are the lengthy part are there. And different integration question are coming. Sometime we are finding in the study paper the 3 question. Today morning should we find the 2 question. Yeah, now we can say not a different but the indifferent integration. This question is there. First of all, you can do the rationalize this one. So if you can do the rationalize, so 1 plus x square plus x. Same thing we are going to multiply with the numerator and denominator. So 19 is there. This becomes the 20. And denominator what it will come? 1 plus x square minus x square. So x square minus x square is going to be cancelled. Dx this one. After that immediately you can get the idea कि x equal to we have to take the tan theta. Because tan theta we can take, then only 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta under root. So we can remove the root. So you can take x is equal to tan theta. So dx is equal to sec square theta d theta we can take. Now we can keep the value here. So you can see 1 plus tan square theta sec square theta under root. It will come sec theta plus tan theta whole to the power 20 and dx equal to sec square theta. So what I am going to do, sec theta we can split into the 2 parts, sec theta into sec theta. Another sec theta we can write here, sec theta plus tan theta plus sec theta minus tan theta by 2. Why by 2 here? So you see tan theta is going to be cancelled. 2 sec theta by 2. So sec theta will come and this sec theta, sec square theta will come. Now this we can divide into the 2 part. Yeah, concentrate here. Sec theta and this is the sec theta plus tan theta. And this one sec theta plus tan theta whole to the power 20. One part we can write. And another part is equal to, we can get here, sec theta as it is we can write. Here you can see sec theta minus tan theta. So sec theta to the power tan theta is there. So 1 sec theta plus tan theta we can take. So those going to multiply here sec square theta minus tan square theta. So we can get the 1 from there. So now this become the power is the 19. So here we can write the power 18. Why we can write the power 18? so we can get the another sec theta plus tan theta. Now this is equal to, you can take the t. If you are taking the sec theta, tan theta is equal to t. So this part is equal to, means sec theta plus tan theta is equal to t we can take. So you can see this part differentiation is, this one is there. So that means t to the power 29. So we can write 21 by 21 plus, this is the 18 is there. So we can write t to the power 18 plus 1, 19 by 19 plus c. Now in place of t we can write sec theta plus tan theta. So we can see here 21 plus 19. So we can get the answer. You can see here 21 is there and 21 and 19 we needed. So we can get the answer of this one. Yeah, note down all of you. Yeah. 1 plus x square. This one easily we know roots are the omega and omega square. So either you can take the omega and omega square. If you are taking here the omega and omega square, omega plus 1 by omega, if the k is equal to 1 I am taking. So what the value will come from here? Omega we can take. So k is equal to 1. So this value is equal to minus 1. So 1 plus 1, like that the combination will come. After that omega q. So this value is equal to 4 will come. Similar trends are going to be 1 plus 1 plus 4, 1 plus 1 plus 4. Now we are going to be count how many it is there. This is the 6 and 3. And here plus we can get the 18. We have to be get the how much? 20 only we have to be get. So we get the cases here 3, 9 and 2, 11. So n value is equal to, we can get here 11. Yeah, note down all of you. Yeah. Now you can see the sum of the 20 terms is this one. First of all, we can find the TR term. So how we can find the TR term? 4, and here you can see r square is there. So we can write here r square divided by, this one is there 1. So means r to the power 4 plus 3 into r to the power 4 plus 4. We can get here. In this one, what I am going to do here, we can write here plus r to the power 4 minus r to the power 4. If this idea you can get, you can easily solve the sum. So 4r square, this is r to the power 4, 4r, r power 4 not, this is the square terms are there. Means we can write r square plus 2 whole square minus one thing, we can add it here the r square, then this become the 4. So this is also, we can subtract also the r square. Now we can get the a square plus b square format. So TR is equal to 4r square by r square plus r plus 2, and this one we can get r square, this one we can get r square minus r plus 2. This value, I think this value is equal to not a square term, this one is equal to only r is there, 3, 4 like that only, not power is like that. So this value is equal to only the r is there, not r square. because if the r square is there, so we are not going to get the pattern. In this one now you can write 1 by r square minus r plus 2 minus 1 by r square plus r plus 2. If you can take the LCM of this one, so this thing you can get, and numerator you can get here 2r, but here the 4r is there, so 2 we can take like that. Up now you can start keeping the value 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the 20 term. All the terms are going to be cancelled except one term and the last term of the 20th term. Those you can simplify, you can find the m and n value. Main in such type of question, finding the TR term, this is the important only. First important thing is the finding this TR term. After that important is there how we are going to be split this one. Once we know the split, we can easily got things. One thing I am saying to generally, so many times we are using this concept. R to the power 4 plus r square plus 1 is equal to, we are writing. Why I am writing on the board this one? Maybe in the next examination, this concept maybe the question will come. So you are going to be benefited. In the same idea, if you have this idea, so similarly you are going to be split this also. Yeah. Now let the side of the triangle ABC is the given this. G be the centroid of the triangle, then AG whole square, BG whole square plus CG. Very easy question this one, and I think less calculation also. 1 minus 3 minus 5. Another one 3 minus 4 minus 4. Now we can find the centroid of this one. So centroid it will come 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 by 3 2. So this coordinate is 2. Minus 3, minus 1, minus 4, and minus 4, minus 8 by 3. 1 minus 5, 1 minus 5 minus 4, and again this is the minus 4, minus 8 by 3. We can get this value. Now simply we have to find this vector. So 2 minus 2 0, minus 1 plus 8 by 3 under root whole square. We can take 1 minute. Two minus 2 0, minus 1 plus 8 by 3 whole square plus 1 plus 8 by 3 whole square under root. This we can get the value of the AG whole square. Now we can simplify the AG whole square. Similar way AG whole square, just root is going to be removed. You can find the BG value, you can find the CG value also. And then you are going to be add this all the things, you can get the easily answer, not more calculative also. Yeah. Consider two set A and B containing the 3 number in the AP. Good sum from the progression. Sum and product of the element of A is B, 36 and P. So sum and this one. So you can see how we can take first A minus D, A plus D. If we have to assume the 3 AP terms, so we are taking A minus D, A plus D. This sum is equal to 36, means the 3A is equal to 36. So A is equal to how much we can get? 12 we can get. So why not here only you can write? So 12 minus D, 12 plus D. This one. And another one is there, term 12 minus capital D. Why? Because this one the product are the different is there, but the sum are the same thing only there. So that's why 12 only will come. 12 comma 12 plus D. This product is equal to, this product is equal to P and this product is equal to Q. So P by Q is equal to, we can find from here, you can see 12 and 12 going to be cancelled, 144 minus a small d square, 144 minus capital D square. A small d and capital D also relation is given here. A small d and the capital D are relation is given. We have to find the P and Q value. Do one thing. Here also you can see one relation are given. P plus Q by P minus Q is equal to 19 plus 5. What I am going to do here, we can take the componendo and dividendo, means this plus this. Directly you can take this plus this. So Q is going to be cancelled. We can get the 2P. This minus this. So you can get the 2Q. 19 plus 5, we can get the 24. And 19 minus 5, so we can get the 14 here. This 2 cancel. This is the 12 by 7. So P by Q is equal to 12 by 7 we can get. Now, sometime maybe the student, what they can do, directly they can write the 12 minus 7 because they are asking about a PQ. No, we can't be right because we don't know the exact value of the PQ. So for that purpose, what I am going to do here, this you can equate with the 12 by 7 and from here you can find the D value also. How we can find the D value here? You can see D is equal to D plus 3 is there. Means this is equal to 144 minus D square by 144 minus a small d plus 3 whole square. From here you can find the small d value. Once you can find the small d value, then you can find the capital D value also. A small d and capital D, so you have to put the value here and then you can find. Most of the time a student can write from here, this is the ratio is there. From here we can't find the P and Q value. This is that maybe the 12K and the 7K will come, but we can't take the 12 and 7 value. Must be both D finding here we can put and then we can find the P and Q value. That P and Q value is equal to our answer. Yeah, next one. Yeah, maths we can get up to this only. So what we are finding, continuously every paper we are observing, question is definitely coming from the progression. Sometime question is coming from the series type. Some of the question is coming from the APG PHP type. Sometime question is asking the maxima or minima time of the question. So must be in the progression, go through all this concept. Even in different integration, a different integration we can say. In different integration, you can't go the so many concepts. But the different integration, what you can do, whatever the property is there, so you can go by through this all the properties. So must be you can go through the property. One thing about the different integration by solving the sum must be use the different integration properties. Just this question also you can see. By the way, this is not a different integration. During the examination, if the now chemistry sir is going to come solve the few sum with you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Hello. Hello guys, hope you done well in this examination, right? Let us see, let us discuss chemistry questions. Okay, the question given from the rate constant values, activation energy. Consider the following graph between rate constant versus 1 by T. Okay, So Arrhenius equation we have to take, right? From that we can draw the graph. K is equals to A into e power minus EA by RT. Take natural logarithm on both sides. What you get? ln K is equals to ln A minus EA by RT. EA by R 1 by T. What is the graph we get? Y is equals to C minus mx. Here we have the negative logarithm. Negative logarithm means in the graph higher portion having the larger value, right? Lower portion having the larger value, higher portion having the lower value, right now. That means here EA3 is the lower portion of the graph. That means it has the larger value because it is we have the negative slope now. After that EA1 is in the higher portion, so it has the lower value. So then what is the answer? EA3 greater than EA2 greater than EA1. There is something is wrong here. Here correct option is EA3 greater than EA2 greater than EA1. Activation energy of third graph is greater than activation energy of second and activation energy of first graph. So because of negative slope we have from the Arrhenius equation, y is equals to C minus mx type of graph we get, right? Let's move to next question. The question given, which of the following gives yellow precipitation with it? It's not NaOH, it is I2 by NaOH. It is iodoform test. To show the iodoform test, this group must be present. What group? This group. Methyl keto group must be present. Methyl alcohol group must be present. Methyl chloro group must be present. Then only it shows the iodoform test. So, right? Let us see the given options. Here, this compound having the methyl keto group, right? Treated with C iodine and NaOH. What this part will become? CH3COO minus. This part will become CHI3. So this will become iodoform test. That means yellow PPT with iodine and NaOH. This option is correct. This gives the yellow PPT with iodine and NaOH. It's a very important question. Iodoform test. To show the iodoform test, this group must be present. Methyl keto group or this group must be present. Okay, methyl alcohol group must be present. Then only it gives the iodoform test. Or you can take second option. Here we have this group now. Then initially with iodine it undergoes the oxidation. Again same product will come, which gives the yellow PPT. Yellow PPT iodoform. This will give iodoform test. This will give iodoform test. Here lack of that group, methyl alcohol group. Here also there is no methyl alcohol group. So methyl ketone group. This will not give the iodoform test. This will not give the iodoform test. A will give the iodoform test. Right now? Right. Let's move to the next question. The amount of calcium oxide produced when 150 kg of limestone, which is 75% pure, on strong heating. Limestone means CaCO3. CaCO3 gives rise to, upon heating, CaOCO2. Okay, na? So 100 kg of CaCO3 gives how much? 56 kg of CO. Okay, but given is what? 150 kg. 150 kg gives how much? Right? Weight of CaO formed is equals to 150 into 56 by 100. This is upon solving, we get approximately 84 kg. Right? 84 kg is the 100%. But purity given is what? 75%. But 75%, what is the weight of CaO is equals to, if you're done, we get approximately 63 grams. That is it. Very simple stoichiometric question they given. Okay, right. Involved the purity, right? This question, arrange the following carbocation in decreasing order of their stability. So when you comparing the stability of carbocation, we have to keep in mind resonance, hyperconjugation. Resonance, hyperconjugation and plus M effect, inductive effect, all the factors we have to involve to compare the what? Stability order. Here observe, in the first option, in the first compound, there is a resonance. What is the order? R greater than, hyperconjugation greater than, inductive effect. Okay, here in the first compound resonance is present. In the second compound, I think that is not the compound given in the examination. I think let's keep aside, because here also resonance is there, but once I will, here first option is there, second option, third. So this is not the compound, I think so. This is not the compound given in the examination. I will check. After that, when you go to third option, here there is no resonance. Here also there is no resonance. When resonance is not present, then compare the stability with hyperconjugation. Number of alpha hydrogens we have to see. Here 2 alpha, 3 alpha. How many alpha hydrogens are there? 7 alpha. Here, how many alpha hydrogens are there? 1. Here 2. 3 alpha hydrogens are there. Right. Between 3 and 4, 3 is the more stable. 1 greater than 3 greater than 4 is the correct order. Something is wrong in the second option. Wrong in the second option. Most probably answer will be A. There is something is wrong. Okay. Let's move to next question. Consider the following complex ions. NiCO taken 4. Tetracarbonyl nickel 0. Nickel is in 0 oxidation state. And here we have strong field ligand. What is the nickel configuration? 4s2 3d8. And nickel is in 0 oxidation state. In the complex, it is associated with strong field ligand. Thereby pairing takes place. Nickel, what we get? 3d10, 4h0, which means sp3 hybridization, tetrahedral structure it has. And what is the condition? Consider the following complexes ions. Which of the following order correct for their unpaired electrons? No unpaired. Number of unpaired electrons are 0 in the option A. Right, clear? Next, go to the next B option. NiCN taken 6 minus 2. Here also nickel is with strong field ligand. Here also pairing takes place. And nickel is in the what oxidation state? +4 oxidation state, right? Right. So what is the general electronic configuration? 4s2 3d8. Then it will become 4h0 3d6. And as it is with strong field ligand, then what we get? T2g6 Eg0. Here also number of unpaired electrons are 0. So number of unpaired electrons, A is equals to B. Then check the options. Then if A is equals to B is there in the any option, then directly go for the A. Or you can check option C and option D. Then you also get the answer. But no need to check the C and D, because here we have the only option in which A is equals to B. Then tick the A. And next one is a somewhat tricky question. See here, right? Here we have the triple bond, double bond, and functional group. Right? Numbering should be given in such a way where functional group must be get the lowest number. Okay, functional group carbon must be get the what? Lowest number. From here I am starting the numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Position of the functional group is what? Fourth position. From here onwards. From next end I am starting the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. From this side also OH get the same numbering. Position of the alcoholic group is same in both sides when you give the numbering. Then at this end we have the triple bond, at this end we have the triple bond, double bond also on the same position. Both are in the first position. Then go to the this order. Then only you have to go to the this order. Then only you have to go to the what order? Double bond having the more priority than the triple bond. Then only when both are having the double bond, triple bond are in the equivalent position. Then only we have to give the order double bond having the more priority than the triple bond. Then numbering from double bond to triple bond is the correct numbering, and triple bond to double bond is not correct numbering. Why? Because double bond, triple bond both are in the equivalent positions. Then numbering given from the double bond to triple bond. And then what is the name? Okay, 4-hydroxy, F2, 1 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I. 4-hydroxy F2, 1 in 6 I. And here is the answer. Okay, consider the following zero order reaction. This is zero order. Half-life of the reaction is 1 hour if initial concentration of the reactant is 2 moles per liter. T of 1 is equals to 1 hour. At that C01 is equals to 2 mole per liter. Okay. Find the half-life of the reaction. T of 2 we have to find out. Right? In minutes, if the initial concentration of the reaction is 0.5 moles per liter, initial concentration of the reactant is 0.5 moles per liter. So simply T of is directly proportional to C0 1 power minus C0 power 1 minus n. As n is equals to 0, as they mentioned, this is the zero order reaction, then T of is directly proportional to initial concentration. Then T of 1 by T of 2 is equals to C0 1 by C0. T of 1 hour, T of 2, say T is equals to C0 2 C0 to 5 into 10 power minus 1 by 2 is equals to 2 into 10 by 5 is equals to 4. 1 by T is equals to 4. T is equals to 1 by 4 hours. But they asked the question in the minutes, then T is equals to 1 by 4 into 60 minutes, which is equals to 15 minutes. 15 minutes is the answer. Very simple question, right? Right. Next session will continue. I assume, sir. Right. So thank you.
Hello everyone, right? So I hope you did well in exam, right? So as so far we have received the problems of physics, right? So we observed that the problems are not that much calculative like it was in the I mean yesterday's shift, right? So now it's a, we can say, very formula based, some conceptual problem they have asked, right? Okay, so let's start with the few questions that we have got, right? So let's see here, this is the very first question we have. So in this one, let's see, this is from electrostatics, right? So as so far we have received the electrostatic question. So in this one, what they are asking, a metallic ring is uniformly charged as shown in figure. AC and BD are the two mutually perpendicular diameters we have, okay? Electric field due to AB at O is E, okay? So they are saying this is uniformly charged ring we have. So in this one, what they are saying to us, they are saying electric field at O due to this AB is E, right? So you can say this is the basically arc we have. So you know, if we have any uniformly charged arc over here, so how we are finding the magnetic field of this one? That is along the perpendicular bisector of this one, right? So just draw a perpendicular bisector over here. So we can say this is electric field E over here due to this part, right? So if due to AB this is E, then due to BC E will be here, due to CD E will be here, due to DA E will be here, right? So we can say net field will be 0, but they are not asking net field. They have given in this one, you can see they have given 0 option as well, right? So if you will do a little bit mistake, you could just do the 0 in this one, right? Because maximum time we are taking this one, and sometimes we are taking plus minus charges, we are shifting over here, right? So let's see in this one what is happening. Electric field due to AB is E, then what would be the magnitude of electric field at O due to arc ABC? So if we are considering this arc ABC in this one, so ABC means due to AB this is E, due to BC it will be also E, but it will be along this direction, right? Just a moment, I think it's not visible to you. So this is over here, this is E we have, right? So this angle is 45, this angle is 45. So you can say in this one, this E and E are perpendicular to each other over here, right? So what's the resultant of two perpendicular vector? So you can say simply the E net equals to root 2 times of E, right? So what's the answer we have? So the answer is option A, right? Now let's move on the next one. So this is the dimensional formula of the ratio of electrical dipole moment and magnetic dipole moment is this, then the PQRSR. Okay, so we have to find the value of PQRS, right? So in this one, they are saying simply the electrical dipole moment and magnetic dipole moment. So they are asking P by M. So what is P we have? We can say this is Q into D over here, and M is what? I into A, right? So in this one, Q is what? Q is IT. You can just write I into T, and this is D, and this is I into A. So I will be cancelled out with the I, right? Now in this one, you can see this is T over here. This is L2 and this is what? L. So this is L minus 1 we have, right? So this is TL minus 1. So let's compare with that one. So this is, if we are comparing with that, what is the power of M over here? P. So P is 0 in this case, right? What is power of L over here? Q. So Q is equals to minus 1. What is the power of T? That is R. So R is equals to 1 in this. And A, power of A is S. So we can say in this one, S is equals to 0, right? So in this one, S is equals to what? 0. So which option is matching with this? 0, minus 1, 1 and 0. C option is matching with that, right? So C is our answer, okay? Now let's move on to the next one. So this is the next problem we have. This is the problems from polarization, right? And it's a very easy problem they have asked. Even in general, we can say this is exactly not the routine type problem, but whatever they have given the literature with that, you might be confused, right? But in general, we are taking such type of illustrations in the classes, right? So what they have asked over here, two polarizers P1 and P2 are aligned in such a way that intensity is 0, polarizers is inserted between P1 and P2 such that final transmitted ray have the maximum intensity. Find the angle between P1 and P3. So what they are saying to us, let's say these are two polarizers we have. So this is polarizer 1 we have, and they are saying 0 intensity, right? So 0 intensity means we can say their axes are perpendicular to each other, right? So if their axes are perpendicular to each other, so after this intensity will be what? 0. Now what they are saying to us, they are saying we have to insert any other polarizer in between this, like this is P1, this is P2, any other polarizer in this, then intensity will be maximum. So let's say we are inserting a polarizer over here whose axis is this, right? So let's say this angle is what? Theta. If this angle is theta, so what we can write about its intensity is I is equals to I naught cos square theta over here, right? Now after that, if for this one, like this is the initial one and this angle is theta over here, so what is the angle from that one? I mean this one. angle from this one is 90 minus theta, right? So what we'll write for that one, the I dash is equals to I naught. This is cos square theta and this is cos square, it will be what? 90 minus theta over here, right? So now in this one you can see this is basically cos square theta, sin square theta. So can we just write it like I naught by 2 over here and we'll write it like sin 2 theta square over here, right? So for maximum you can see when it will be maximum, so 2 theta is 90, 2 theta is 90, then theta is equals to what? 45 degree. So pi by 4 is the answer we have, right? In general you have to remember this result because during the lectures we are saying ki if we need the maximum intensity then we are keeping at an angle 45, right? Now let's move on the next one. Let's see here. Okay, this is the problem from the optics we are getting and in general I am telling you they are asking the problem based on properties of light basically, right? So light you can see in this one, a medium has relative permittivity of 1 by 0.085 and relative permeability of 10 by pi. Find the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the medium, right? So let's see how we'll solve it. First we need to understand they are asking speed of light in vacuum to the medium. So C by V, what is C by V? This is refractive index, right? So what is the refractive index we have? Let's see here, mu is equals to C by V, we all know, right? So let's try to write it. V is equals to what? 1 by root over mu and epsilon, right? For C we all know this is 1 by root over mu naught and epsilon naught for vacuum. For medium can we write it like 1 by this is mu is what? Mu r into mu naught. Epsilon is what? Epsilon naught into epsilon naught, right? Now in this one you can see 1 by root over mu naught epsilon naught is what? C. So it will be C and this is mu r epsilon r is here, sorry, epsilon r is here. So this is the refractive index we have, right? So don't be confused with this mu. This is n you may write, right? So this is n over here. So in this one, n is equals to root over mu. What is mu? We have mu r 1.0.085 over here into this is 10 by pi we have, right? So if this is 10 by pi over here, so what will be the result of this one? Let's see. If we have to solve this, so this is what? This is 1 by 0.085 and this is pi. So what we'll write for this one? Let's see the option first in this one, then I will tell you can we do that or not. Like in this one you can see this is 2.28, this is 3.14, this is 6.12 and this is what? 1.27, right? So in this one you can observe they have significant difference, right? So we can take some approximation. So if we are taking the approximation in this one, so this is 0.085. So can we write it like 1 by 0.01, right? So we can write it like root over 1 by 0.1 over here into 10 by, this is pi over here, let's write it approximately 3. Because in general we are saying this is 3.141, right? So by solving you will get the result like this is root over 100 by 3.141 something, right? So in this case you will get approximately 34 something over here, right? So we have taken the approximated data over here, so that's why we are getting the root over 34, right? So for this root over 34, which one is the close answer for this one? That is 6.12, because all others are less as compared to that one. So this is the answer we have, right? If they have given the close call like 5 point something, 6 point something, they have given another option, then we have to calculate it exactly, right? Okay, now let's move on the next problem. So this is the next problem we have. Given below are two statements we have, one is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as reason. So let's read the question. Planck constant and linear momentum have the same dimension. What is the linear momentum? It's a simply P is equals to mv. What is L? L is equals to N. I hope you know the Bohr's atomic model, right? So L is equals to N H over 2 pi. So N and 2 pi are dimensionless. In this one, we can say dimension of angular momentum and dimension of H are same, right? But they are not saying angular momentum. They said linear momentum. That's why this is incorrect, right? So this statement is not correct. Sorry, assertion is not correct. Let's see the reason. Bohr's angular momentum is integral multiple of h by 2 pi. So we can say this is correct. So reason is correct, but assertion is incorrect. So this A is the answer we have, right? Now let's move on the next one. So this is the problem we have from KTC and thermodynamics. So we have to just match the column in this one, right? So if we have to match the column in this one, so let's see. The first one is if we have this adiabatic process. So if you are considering this adiabatic process, so can we say delta Q equals to 0 in this one, right? So if delta Q is 0, so what is the first law of thermodynamics? Delta Q equals to delta U plus W, right? So this is 0. So we can say this is related to the third one over here, right? It might be related to the first one as well, right? But let's see the other option as well. So isochoric process, we all know in case of isochoric process, the work done is 0 over here, right? The next one is isobaric process. What is the work done in isobaric process? Work done is equals to P delta V is here. So P delta V is equals to basically NR delta T over here. So this work done is proportional to delta T in this case, right? So we can say this is related to the first one over here. And in case of isothermal, we all know temperature is not changing. So we can say the delta U is equals to 0, right? So in this one, you can observe in this problem, it may be possible there will be some other option, either something else as given, because for A, both the options are matching over here 1 and 3, right? Okay. Okay, everyone. So now the math sir will come and he will continue few problems, right? Okay.
क्वेश्चन ग्रेविटेशन वाला उसमें बच्चा बोले कुछ गलत उसको बता दे कि क्या वो गलत बोल रहा है समझा दे कि बाद में समझा
Okay, so dear student, now we discuss the questions of mathematics. Okay, so by the way, if we compare the last 4 shifts, 4 and 5 shifts from this one, then this is little lengthier compared to previous shifts. Okay. So here our question is, let matrix A 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 satisfy a power n equal to a power 2n, a power n minus 2 plus a square minus I. Then the sum of all element of a power 50. So actually we just need to find the a power 50, then we will get the sum of all element of a power 50. Okay. So there should be some sequence. First I am finding a square. A square if you multiply 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. If we multiply these two, then first element is 1, then second is 0, then again we are getting 0, then we are getting 1, 0, then also 1. Okay. Acha, by the way, 8 to 1, second row, 1 0 0 1. Okay, and then a 2 3 0 0, then a 3 1 1, then a 3 2 0, and then again a 3 3 is equal to 1. Okay, so this is our a square, but what do you want? A power 50. Then after getting a square, I am going to find the a power 4, then a power 6 might be, will get some sequence. That sequence only we need to get. So a power 4 can be written as a square into a square, that is 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1. If we multiply both, then the first row, first column will be, first row first we are finding, so it is equal to 1 first element, second element is 0, then again 0, then next A21 is 1 plus 1, 2 and 0, so 2 we are getting, then further 1, then 0, similarly this might be also 2, 2, 0, 1, okay. So this is our a power 4. In a square, actually now if you see, in a square and a power 4, what we got, this diagonal is same. Here in a square we have 1 and 1, in a power 4 we have 2 double. Then if you find a power 6, then you will get like this one, diagonal will be 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. A power 4 into a square we can get, and this is going to be 3 and 3 here, and this will be 0, okay. So here we got the sequence. So in this way, if you find a power 50, what it is going to be? Diagonal will be the 1, 1, 1. These elements are going to become 0. This also be 0. In a square, we have 1, 1. In a power 4, we have 2, 2. In a power 6, we have 3, 3. In a power 50, there will be 25 and 25. And what do you want? Sum of all the elements, okay. So sum of all element is equal to 50 plus 3, 53. Okay. This was the answer of this question. Now the next question, fx and gx satisfy the functional equation 2gx plus 3g1 by x equal to x and 2fx plus 3f1 by x equal to x square plus y. Okay, this is the one problem from the function, and later we need to integrate. That is okay. Acha, question wise this is same, it means already came in PYQ, but there is only one thing that it will be little lengthy, because by solving these two equations first, we will get the fx, gx both separately. Okay, so first we are going to solve the first equation. In first equation we have 2gx plus 3 times of g1 by x equal to x. Okay, whenever you have any functional equation is given which is in form of x and 1 by x, okay, then replace x and 1 x with 1 by x and get the one more equation, then solve. So if we replace x with 1 by x, we are getting 2g1 by x plus 3gx equal to 1 by x. What we need to find? To get the value of alpha and beta, we need gx and fx. So here we will get the gx. Let me put the value of g1 by x. g1 by x from the first equation can be written as x minus 2gx by 3. X minus 2gx by 3. Okay. Then plus 3 times of gx equal to 1 by x. We are taking LCM. So we multiply by 3 here, then 2x minus 4gx, okay, then plus 9gx and equal to 3 by x. Here 9gx minus 4gx, that is equal to 5gx. 5gx equal to 3 by x minus 2x, okay. So we got the value of gx. Gx is 1 by 5, 3 by x minus 2x. Okay. Here we got the function gx. In same way we solve for fx also. In this equation we are going to replace x with 1 by x. Okay. Then we get the fx. Once we got fx, in same form, polynomial form only it will come. It is going to come. Sorry, algebraic function only will come in terms of x. Then further, to get the alpha we integrate fx from 1 to 2, and to get the beta we integrate the gx from 1 to 2, and you will get your answer. Okay. Then coming to next question, A is a set. A is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Then they are saying that x is related to y if 2x minus y belongs to 0, 1. Okay. It means either this is 0 or 2x minus y is equal to 1. It means either y equal to 2x or y equal to 2x minus 1. X and y both will be taken from the set A. So first I am going to write this relation R in ordered pair form. Okay. So first we are putting x equal to minus 3. If we put x equal to minus 3, then from here y will be minus 6, but we do not have. So to satisfy this equation, x can't be minus 3. If you put minus 3 here, then minus 6 and minus 1, minus 7. Again, y can't be minus 7, we do not have any element. So next, if I put minus 2, this is going to be minus 4 and this is going to be minus 5. Again, we can't use x equal to minus 2 because we do not have any element for y as minus 5 and minus 4. If we write the minus 1, if we write minus 1 here, then what we are getting? Minus 2. Minus 2 can be the y. So minus 1 comma minus 2. If I put minus 1 here, then what we are getting? Minus 2 and minus 1 is minus 3. Minus 3 is also there. So minus 1 comma minus 3. Now next I am putting x equal to 0. We are just taking for all minus 3 to 3. If you put x equal to 0, it gives you 0 and 0 we have. So 0 comma 0. If you put x equal to 0 here, it gives you minus 1. So 0 comma minus 1. Minus 1 is also there. Then further I am just putting x equal to 1. If you put x equal to 1, it gives you 2. 2 is also there. Then if you put x equal to 1 here, it gives you 1. Okay. So 1 is also available. Then we are putting x equal to 2. If you put x equal to 2, it gives you 4. 4 we do not have. If you put x equal to 2 here, then it gives you 3 and 3 we have. So 2 comma 3 also be one element of this relation R. Now finally we put x equal to 3. It gives you 6 and this gives you 5 and both are not possible because y only can belong to minus 3 to plus 3. So this is our set, our relation R. Now what they are asking? L is the number of element in given relation. Okay, L is the number of element in given relation. So what is the value of L we have? L is equal to 7. Then the next, M and N are the minimum number of element to be added to make it reflexive and symmetric. Okay. So M is the number of element which we need to add to make it reflexive. Okay. In reflexive, what is the condition? Every A comma A ordered pair need to be included. So these are the value of A, and here what we have? 1 comma 1 and 0 comma 0 already there. 1 comma 1 and 0 comma 0. There is no any other element of the type A comma A. So 1 comma 1 and 0 comma 0 already included. So remaining we need to include more. Okay. So how many more pair we need to include? We need to include for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For 5 element we need to include like minus 3 comma minus 3, minus 2 comma minus 2, minus 1 comma minus 1, 2 comma 2 and 3 comma 3. So what is the value of M? M is equal to 5. How many more element we need to add? Now that next is the N. N is the how many more ordered pair we need to add so that this becomes symmetric. For the symmetric, minus 1 comma 2 is there. So what we need to add? 2 comma minus 1. Okay, because we do not have it here. Then minus 1 comma 3 we need to add minus 3 comma minus 1. 0 comma minus 1, for that one what I need to add? Minus 1 comma 0, that also we do not have, minus 1 comma 0. Okay, then 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1 we need to add 2 comma 1. Then 2 comma 3, 3 comma 2 also we need to add. Okay, so these are the 5 more element we need to add. So what is the value of N? N is equal to 5, and what they are asking? L plus M plus N. L plus M plus N is equal to 17. Okay, this was the problem from the relation and it is easy one. You should not get any difficulty in this question. Okay, if 1 square into 15C1, okay, one problem from the binomial, and that is also expected kind of the problem because already these kind of the questions you have in PYQ also. So here 1 square into 15C1, 2 square into 15C2 and is equal to, we need to find the value of this sum. If I write in terms of sigma, R equal to 1 to 15 we have. Terms, general term is 1 square 15C1, 2 square 15C2, 3 square 15C3. So can I write R square into 15CR? Okay. Now actually here we use sigma NCR R equal to 0 to N formula, that is 2 power N. But first we need to get in this form. So I am going to use the formula. What formula we are going to use to remove R? R into NCR is N minus 1 C R minus 1. Okay. So here 1 R separated, remaining R NCR form, that can be written as N minus 1 C R minus 1. Value of R is same 1 to 15, that 15 out. Then sigma R equal to 1 to 15. Now r into 14c r minus 1. Again, to remove this r, we are going to use this formula, but these both need to be same. Here we have r minus 1. I am writing this one as r minus 1 plus 1 into 14c r minus 1. Okay, 15. When we multiply these two, again same formula we use, n minus 1 c r minus 1. So that n is equal to 14. Then in sigma n minus 1 c r minus 1 r minus 2. When we multiply 1 into this one, that is equal to sigma 14 c r minus 1. R equal to 1 to 15, r equal to 1 to 15. Okay. If you put r from 1 to 15, we are getting all the element here nc0 to ncn. Okay, so directly we can write 2 power n form. 15 into 14 into, this is 2 power n is 13, plus 2 power n, again r equal to 1, nc0 we are getting 2 power 14. Okay, this can be written as 7 times 2 power 14, 7 times 2 power 14 and 1 time 2 power 14. So 8 times 2 power 14, 8 times 2 power 14, 15 into 8 times 2 power 14. 8 can be written as 2 power 3, so 2 power total 17. 15 can be written as 3 into 5, so 3 power 1, 5 power 1. What they are asking? 2 power m into 3 power, 2 power n into 3 power m into 5 power k, m plus n plus k. If we add these 3 power, what is the answer we are getting? Our answer came as 19. Okay. Now coming to next question, let the sum of focal distance of the point P on the hyperbola is 8 into root 5 by 3. Okay. So sum of focal distance they give. What is the formula of focal distance? Ex1 plus A and Ex1 minus A. This is the formula for the length, focal length for the hyperbola x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. They give that this is equal to 8 root 5 by 3. Okay. Here a and a cancel. What we are getting? 2Ex1. X1 is the x coordinate of this point. That point is x1 comma y1. So x1 is 4. Here 4, 2Ex1, 4 into 2, 8. So we are getting 8E equal to 8 root 5 by 3. So E value we got as root 5 by 3. Okay. Now the next thing is I need one more equation to solve for the A and B. Here this point will satisfy this equation. So if we put the point 4 comma 3 here, what we are getting? We are getting 16 by A square minus 9 by B square equal to 1. And further one more equation we can get in terms of A and B from this one. E square can be written as, for the hyperbola, 1 plus B square by A square, that is equal to 5 by 3. So from here B square is equal to 2 by 3 A square. Okay, we got the value of B square in terms of A square. We will put here 16 by A square minus 9 by B square can be written as 2 by 3 A square equal to 1. If we simplify, then what we are getting? We are getting here as 16 by A square minus 27 by 2A square equal to 1. If we take the LCM 2A square, then 32 minus 27, that is equal to 5 equal to 1. We got the value of A square as 5 by 2. A square equal to 5 by 2. If we put here 5 by 2, 2 cancel, we are getting value of B square as 5 by 3. Okay. We got the value of A square and B square. What they are asking? Length of lattice rectum. Length of lattice rectum formula is equal to 2B square by A. 2B square, B square is equal to 5 by 3. And A is equal to root over 5 by 2. Just you need to calculate and you will get your answer. Okay. Okay, so this was about the maths. Now I invite sir to come for the chemistry. Anand sir, welcome sir.
Hello everyone. So hope you are doing well. So as of now, we got some more questions from the student side. So I'll be discussing that. So let's see. I hope everyone is doing well and whatever the question we got. So as of now, whatever we have seen from the morning shift and evening shift is comparatively tougher than morning shift. So we got some question. Let's see. So this question is based on pH calculation and concentration calculation. See what they are asking. If x mg of MgOH twice is added in 1 liter of solution to make solution with pH is equal to 10, then find the value of x. Given molecular weight is given 58 gram per mole and assume MgOH twice dissociates completely in water. That means given MgOH twice is going to dissociate, it will dissociate like that, Mg plus 2 plus 2OH negative plus 2OH negative. That means if it is going to be 1 mole, that means it is going to be 2 moles. So what they have given? They have given pH is equal to 10. pH is equal to 10. So we know pH plus pOH is equal to 14. So pOH will become 14 minus pH, which is 14 minus 10 will be equal to 4. So OH negative concentration will become 10 raised to power minus 4. 10 raised to power minus 4. From here, what they have given? X milligram, x mg. So given weight is x into 10 raised to power minus 3 gram, we can say. So we can calculate the number of moles. So number of moles will be x into 10 raised to power minus 3 divided by 58. That will be the number of moles. And in comparison to this one, what will be the number of moles? So number of moles of this one is going to be 2. So number of moles of OH negative will be 2 times of this one. So x into 10 raised to power minus 3 divided by 58 into 2. So concentration part is given. Concentration will be equal to what? Number of moles of OH negative divided by volume. And volume is given what? Volume is given 1 liter. Volume is given 1 liter. So 10 raised to power minus 4 is equal to x into 10 raised to power minus 3 into 2 divided by 58. So 229, this side 10 raised to power minus 1. So x is going to be equal to x 29 into 10 raised to power minus 1, which will be equal to 2.9. So we can say in nearest integer x is going to be 3 gram. This is 3 gram. 3. So if they are asking in mg, so it will be 3 into 10 raised to power minus 3, 0.003. So now see the next question. So in the next question, what they are asking? Incorrect relationship in the following pair in relation to ionization enthalpy. So again, they are asking the simple question. Now, if we see here, Mn plus and Cr plus. So Mn plus is having electronic configuration 3d 5 4s1, whereas chromium plus is having electronic configuration 3d 5 and 4s0. So when we are going to remove electron from this part, it requires higher amount of ionization enthalpy. That means Cr plus will have highest. So this one is correct. Now if we see Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3. So Fe plus 2 is 3d6 and Fe plus 3 is 3d5. So removal of electron from 3d5 requires higher amount of energy. That means again this option is also correct. Now Mn plus 2 and Fe plus 2. So Mn plus 2 is 3d5 and Fe plus 2 is 3d6. So removal of electron from 3d6 as compared to 3d5 requires less ionization energy, because this one is what? Half filled stable. Half filled stable configuration. So as it is half filled stable configuration, so require higher IE, require higher ionization enthalpy. So it should be like that, Mn plus 2 greater than Fe plus 2. Mn plus 2 greater than Fe plus 2. So this is given incorrect. Now if we see Mn plus and Mn plus 2. So Mn plus is basically 3d5 4s1 and Mn plus 1 and Mn plus 2 will become 3d5 4s0. So again this one is half filled, this one is partial filled. So Mn plus 2 requires higher energy than Mn plus 1. Mn plus 1. So this is also correct. So what they are asking? Incorrect relationship. So incorrect relationship is going to be the option number C. Option number C will be the correct option here. Now see the next question. So next question is hydrocarbon reaction, alkene reaction. So when we are going to see what they have given HBr and we are having 3 alkene. So this was given. So as this one is given, so if we are going to break this pi bond if we are going to break, so positive charge will come here and double bond will come here. If we are going to break this pi bond, so positive charge should come this side, and if we are going to break this pi bond, if we are going to break this one, so positive charge will come here. So if you see out of these 3, this one is becoming what? Less stable. This one is less stable because there is no resonating stability. But in the case of this one, resonance stability is there. This one also resonance stability is there. But out of these two, this one is what? Tertiary carbocation. This is secondary carbocation. So due to more number of alpha hydrogen, it is what? Forming more stable carbocation. So it is forming more stable carbocation. So in this case, Br negative. This Br negative will attack at this position, and we will be getting as C as a product. We will be getting C as a major product. So this was the based on stability of carbocation. So you need to check the stability of carbocation. First, H plus will attack and the positive charge will come in this position. Out of this one is going to be the most stable. So Br negative will attack at this position. Now see the next problem. So in the next problem, they have asked, given below are 2 statements. Statement number 1, what they have given? The formula of cryoscopic constant. The formula of cryoscopic constant is given as Kf mRTF square 1000 upon delta S fusion. So delta S fusion is not, it should not be there. It should be delta H fusion. So delta S fusion. That means this option is given what? Incorrect. So Kf should be delta S fusion, not delta S fusion. So this option is going to be incorrect. Now statement number 2, what they are saying? Kf of water is greater than benzene. No, if we see the Kf of water is around 1.86 Kelvin kilogram per mole, and whereas Kf of benzene is around 5.12 Kelvin kilogram per mole. So as you can see, benzene is having higher value than water. So again, second option is what? Incorrect. So both the options are incorrect. So option number D is the correct option here. Option number D, correct. Now see the next question. In the next question, if you see, they are asking from the coordination compound. So from the coordination compound, what is the question? An octahedral complex ion metal having M plus 4 oxidation state with the ligand ammonia chloride gives N mole of precipitate with 1 mole of complex ion with AgNO3 solution. The value of N is as same as number of lone pair present in central metal atom of BrF3. Find the total number of isomer of complex ion. So again, this is the mixed problem where coordination and chemical bonding both are present. Now we will see the structure of BrF3. In the case of BrF3, the structure will come this F. So number of lone pair is basically, number of lone pair is here 2. Number of lone pair is 2. So what they are doing? This M plus 4 is reacting with ammonia and Cl negative. So it is going to form a complex, and that complex is reacting with AgNO3 and it is giving the precipitate AgCl. And the precipitate amount is equal to the number of lone pair. That means this one is also 2 mole. If AgCl precipitate is 2 mole, that confirms that outside of this complex 2 Cl2 should be there. Now, as what we are having plus 4 charge, we are having metal is in plus 4. So in order to satisfy metal plus 4, 2 Cl2 should be inside, and remaining metal and ammonia. So our complex is what? Our complex is metal, NH3, 4, Cl2 and Cl2. This is our complex. When it is reacting with AgNO3, it will give 2 moles of AgCl. Now, if we see the structure, isomerism of this one, so it can form cis and trans, Cl and Cl, NH3, 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 and NH3. This one trans isomer, and one will be cis ClCl, NH3, NH3, NH3 and NH3. So this one is cis. So as we are getting 2 isomer for this one, so number of isomer they are asking. So answer will be 2. Number of isomer will be 2 here. Now see the next question. So these are the questions that we got from the student side. So now math sir, Vivek sir will be continuing with that analysis part and some of the question. So let's welcome. Sir.
Yeah, thank you, Anand sir. So now we are going to be solved. Maybe the 1-2 sum is the left which I got recently. After that, we can see the analysis part. Okay, how was the paper? By the way, overall, the paper are the same pattern, only it is the coming. You can say the sum of the question are the lengthy question is coming instead of the calculation part. Yeah. See, this is the combination of the parabola and area. So both the concept we have to be used here. Y square is equal to x minus 2. So how we can draw the diagram of this one? You can draw the diagram at the 2 and this one, which is the area of the bounded between the tangent of the parabola which is passing through minus 4 comma 0. So we can take here the minus 4 comma 0. So one tangent is there which is passing through this part. We have to find the area. So area part is this part of the area. In this area, we can divide into the 2 parts. Then we can solve easily. One part we can take this one, and another part we can take this part. So now you can see, first of all, x minus 2. So we know y is equal to mx. So mx what? X minus 2 a by m. So what is the value of a is there? A value is equal to 1 by 4. So we can write this value. So a you can remove. Tangent form we can know y is equal to mx plus a by m. So we can write in place of x, x minus 2, in place of a, 1 by 4. So that's why we can write y is equal to this one. Now you can see here, we have to find the, if the m value we can find. So this is the passing through minus 4 comma 0. So x equal to minus 4, y is equal to 0. So this is the 0 and this value is equal to minus 4 you can keep. So what the value will come? Minus 6m plus 1 by 4m. 6m is equal to 1 by 4m, means m is equal to 1 by root 24. Obviously plus minus will come, but this side I am taking, so positive we have to be take. So m is equal to 1 by root 24. Now this here we can keep in this one. So our the tangent equation we can get here. Tangent equation we can get here. Y is equal to, m value we can get 1 by root 24 x minus 2 plus 1 by 4 and m value is equal to root 24. So you can write like that. So we can get this one. Once you can get this one, so in this one, this point also we can find. By the way, this point we can take, we need the x only. So x value is equal to 2. X value is equal to 2. X value is equal to 2. So here you can keep the x value is equal to 2. Then y value is equal to, we can get here, y value is equal to if x is equal to 2, then y is equal to, we can get here 4 into 6, so 2 root 6 by 4, 2 means root 6 by 2, we can get the y value. Y value, so now you can see this part of the area, this one 2 comma 0 means half, 2 plus 4 6 into this length is equal to nothing but the y part only. So we can write the root 6 by 2, this we can get. This part of the area, this part area is equal to 3 root 6 by 2. Now we can see this part of the area, x coordinate is equal to 2. Again we have to be find here the x coordinate, at which point they are going to be touch. So at which point this is going to be touch. So we can do here, this we can take the point x1 comma y1. If I am taking the x1 comma y1, so this parabola equation is equal to y1 is equal to x plus x1 by 2 minus 2. Now from here to here we are going to be equate, and then we can find the y1 and x1 value. So we can get here the x1 value is equal to 8, we can get. So this coordinate is equal to 8. If we are getting this is 8, so this line y minus, so what is the y value is equal to, you can see here, y value is equal to, we can get here x minus 2 by 24 plus 24 by 4 minus of this part. So this part is equal to x minus 2. This value 2 to 8. We can easily simplify this one and we can get the answer of this one. Root 6 format are coming by 2. So this answer is equal to, it will come the D option. Yeah, now we can see the analysis based on how many questions we got. You can see here, inverse trigonometry, one question came already here. This question are the series type of model. As we know, inverse trigonometry, series type of model are the important. Same as it is, quadratic equation, again one sum here, sequent and series, progression. So each and every paper we are seeing 3 questions is coming from this one. So who are going to write examination on the 7th or 8th must be concentrate on this part. Hyperbola again from the basic formula only. A statistics, this time question are easy. Before that you can see the morning shift, variance and mean. But here mean deviation with respect to the mod they are. So less calculative is there, the statistics. Integration, yeah, integration question. Every paper we are observing integration question are coming from the vector also it is coming. Here they give the parabola, combination of the parabola and area. Both the combined concept are there involved. As recently you have seen, set and relation. This time again question came. Binomial also the good question. Function, matrices, because the a to the power 50 value you have to be find. So again you have to go to the characteristics of the matrices. So little bit easily you can solve by those method you can go. So overall what we can find, the paper are there. Most of the question easy and moderate is there. Few questions we can find just like an integration is the lengthy question is there, because once you can get the idea, getting the idea is little bit difficult, because of sec theta plus tan theta and plus sec theta minus tan theta, those things we have to be add there. So those part if getting the examination, then question become easy for you, but this idea is not coming generally. That's why I keep in this segment in the difficult one, this one. Sequent and series, calculativity is there, because there you can easily find the TR term, but how we are going to split into the 2 part, that due to this reason only I keep into the difficult part, this one. Vector, as it is easy question only, 3D also the easy. This part are the always I am observing easy question only coming. Progression, mediocre level is there, maybe calculative, but the progression once it will come, series type of model, so obviously that is the calculative a little bit difficult to, you can say. Function is there, okay. We can't say functional equation question is there. Functional equations, okay, average we can say this one. Set and relation depend upon your understanding, but this question is not at all lengthy, so it will take the more time. Again, binomial, parabola, this all. So overall, we can find the paper is there, moderate paper is there, yeah, moderate to above moderate we can say. We can't say the paper are the very, very difficult. Yes, paper is the lengthy paper is there. You can keep the patience. If the calculation, you can do the slowly calculation. So obviously you can get the good marks in this paper. Chalo, okay. Now, physics sir is going to come discuss with you the sum.
Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope whoever has attempted today's question paper has written very well in the afternoon shift, and the students who are eagerly waiting for the further of the question, further examination, like whatever the exams are left over, whatever the shifts are left over, they are eagerly waiting after seeing these questions. So far, whatever we have seen in physics were very, very easy questions. However, we got certain questions now, and we will be continuing that part. Let's start with our the remaining part of our physics questions. Fine. In this question, first part what he has given, a finite size object is placed uniformly normal to the principal axis at a distance 30 centimeter from a convex mirror of focal length 30 centimeter. So therefore, according to this, firstly what he has given to us, he has given us what? A convex mirror is there. So let us take this as our convex mirror, okay, and let us take this part, the opaque lines. So this is our convex mirror. Nextly, he said that the object is at a distance, the finite object is there, which is at a distance of how much? 30 centimeter, which is at a distance of 30 centimeter from the convex mirror. And this convex mirror is having a focal length of how much? 30 centimeter. Now he said a plane mirror is now parallel placed such a way that the image produced by both the mirror coincide with each other. So that means somewhere here he is placing the plane mirror. Let us take this is somewhere here he placed the plane mirror. Okay now. And now whatever the final image is there, that is coinciding at certain point, whatever the point is there, that certain point, and now he is saying to find out the distance between these two mirrors, that is a plane mirror as well as our convex mirror. So basically let us assume this part, the distance between them is going to be what? X. First of all, already he gave us the hint that both the images are coinciding, which means I can use my general formula of convex mirror or mirror formula, 1 by f is equals to 1 by v plus 1 by u. And we already know that focal length for the convex mirror, it is going to be positive 30 using the sign conventions, followed by the object distance is going to be how much? Minus 30 because of sign conventions. So I wish to take here f is going to be plus 30 centimeter and u is going to be how much? Minus 30 centimeter because of sign conventions. So let us substitute that part. So 1 by 30 equals 1 by v minus of 1 by 30. Nextly, minus 1 by 30, if I send here, it will become plus 1 by 30, which is equals to 2 by 30 equals 1 by v, or v equals how much? 15 centimeter. Therefore, I can say that my image is forming at a distance of 15 centimeter. This diagram is not to be scaled, just roughly I am taking this part. So therefore, the image is formed at a distance of how much? 15 centimeter. Somewhat what finite image you can take here. But however, the next thing is, he said us to find out the distance between the mirror. The interesting part of this question is, if I say the total length now between the image as well as the object. What is the total length between the image and object right now? This is going to be now 45 centimeter. And as per the rule of the plane mirror, object distance will be equal to image distance, which means I can say that my object is, let's take this part. So my object is at a distance of 22 45, the half of 45 is 22.5. So I can say this my object is at a distance of 22.5 centimeter, while this image is at a distance of 22.5 centimeter. I already stated that whatever the diagram I have drawn, it's not to be scaled, means not accurate one. I mean to say by the calculation 22.5, 22.5, it should be equal actually. Apart from that, if this is 22.5, then now what is the leftover distance? This is our leftover distance which we were supposed to take it as x, and this is what he is asking us in the question. So that means 30 minus 22.7 is going to be how much? 7.5. So therefore I can say the final answer x is equals to how much? 7.5 centimeter. That is your final result. So let's go for the next question. In this question, if resistor R1, R2, R3 equals 5 ohms and R4 equals 10 ohms, which circuit diagram having equivalent across A and B resistance equals 6 ohms? That means we need to find out R effective is equals to how much? 6 ohms. So for this case, what we will do here is, first of all, this is R1, R2, R3. All the three are connected in parallel. So that means each of how much? 5 ohms. So this is going to be 5, this is going to be 5, this is going to be how much? 5 ohms. So therefore 5 by 3, I can take here 5 by 3 plus the next leftover part is going to be how much? This part is going to be how much? 10 ohms he said, right? So 5 by 3 plus 10. So this is going to be something like, if I take the LCM, so this is 30 plus 5, 35 by 3 will be getting here. The final equivalent resistance for this case. Now, however, I'll go for the next case, as we have taken this as parallel and then finally we have added this part. Now, if you are taking these two, R1 and R2 are connected in series. If they are connected in series, then this two will get how much? Added, and you will get it as 10 ohms here. R1 plus R2 is equals to 10 ohms, and this is going to be how much? 5 ohms. So I can say 10 into 5 by 10 plus 5, R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Followed by another resistor is there, and here he has given as this is R3, and R3 is going to be how much? Plus 5. So you can take here, this is 5 ones, 5 threes, and then you can take here, this is going to be 15, and 10 by 3 plus 5, you will be getting this part. Okay, now I said as we need to find out the final resultant as, okay, in this case he gave that this is R4 actually. The diagram is very blur here, so here he has given it as R4. So I can take this part as this is our R4. So R4 means nothing but how much we have to take here? R4 means this is going to be again 10 ohms. Okay, now 10 and 10 are connected in parallel. The final result that we are going to get here is nothing but 5 ohms plus here the final here we are having how much? R3 is equals to 5. The final result is going to be how much? 10 ohms. Now if you look into this part, 5 plus 5 plus 5, the final resultant is going to be how much? 15 ohms, and that is connected in parallel with how much? 10 ohms. So 15 into 10 by 15 plus 10. So 15 into 10 by, we can take it as 25. 5 5s are, 5 3s are, and 5 1s are, 5 2s are. So this is going to be 6 ohms. Here there is no such possibility. Here there is no such possibility. Here there is a possibility. So option C is going to be your correct answer when we got it, and there is no such possibility to get the answer here. So no need of solving, already we got the final result. Let's go for the next question. Now, in this question what he has given, an AC source of 100 pi volts is connected to a given circuit. Find the maximum value of current in the circuit. Now, in order to find out the maximum value of current, first of all, I will look into the diagram here. Here he has given inductor is equals to how much? 1 henries. So I wish to find out X. We already know. Here I am going to take it as inductive reactance. XL is equals to, we will take it as omega L, and then you can write it here as 2 pi F into L, and this is going to be 2 pi into the frequency is going to be how much? 50 hertz. So I am going to take here 50 hertz, and the inductor is going to be 1. So XL is going to be how much? 100 ohms. We got XL is equals to 100 ohms, and we got resistance as already he mentioned as 100 ohms. So what we have to do, can we find out the impedance? Yes, of course we can find out the impedance. The Z is equals to root over, we can take it here as XL square plus R square. Now already we know the value of XL is going to be how much? 100, we can take it here as 100 pi here we are having. So 100 pi ohms, and here also we are having how much? 100 pi. So can I write 100 pi whole square plus 100 pi whole square? Okay, we will write it here 100 pi whole square plus 100 pi whole square. So that is going to be how much? Z is equals to 100 pi root 2 ohms. So this is nothing but our impedance. Already we got the impedance here. As I'm concerned to find out the maximum current here. So in order to find out the maximum current, so I can say IRMS will be equal to VRMS by root 2. Right? I hope you got my point. I is equals to VRMS by, VRMS by I can take here as Z. I is equals to V by R. So we can take here, this is going to be how much? Z. So VRMS by this is going to be how much? Z. So VRMS already we know the value here. That is nothing but 100 pi already he has given to us. And Z value already he gave us 100 pi root 2. Okay? So this 100 pi will get cancelled. And then finally we will be getting here as IRMS will be equal to, that is 1 by root 2, but we need to find out the maximum value, that is nothing but the peak value. So I can say I naught by root 2 is equals to 1 by root 2. So root 2 and root 2 will get cancelled. I naught is equals to, we will be getting it as 1 amperes. So therefore the final result is going to be how much? 1 amperes. Another easy question. So let's go for the next question. In this question what he has given, consider a rectangular sheet of solid material of length 9 centimeter, and here he has given D is equals to, that means nothing but rectangular, so that is nothing but breadth is equals to 4 centimeter. He gave the coefficient of linear expansion, he mentioned us already in the question. I'll highlight it instead of writing. And at room temperature at 1 atmosphere. He has given the room temperature as well as he has given the atmosphere. Now he gave the mass of the sheet is going to be how much? 0.1 kg, and also he mentioned that the specific heat is going to be how much? 900 joules per kg Kelvin. Now if the amount of heat supplied to the material is, so that means he has given the value of Q here. Now he is asking us to find out the change in area. Okay, for the case of change in area, so delta A will be equal to A beta into delta T we will be getting here. But already we know he has given the factor in terms of linear expansion. So beta can be written as twice of alpha. So I can take here. So delta A will be equal to A into 2 alpha into delta T. So he did not mention anything about the temperature here. So what we are going to do, but we have the condition here, specific heat and its value also. We know that Q is equals to ms delta T. So I would like to take here m into, in place of s he gives CV into delta T. So that means I can take here that delta T can be written as Q by m into CV. That is Q by m into CV. Already he gave the value of Q. It's going to be 8.1 into 10 power 2 whole divided by the mass is going to be how much? 0.1 into specific heat he has given already 900. If I remove this point and this point, directly I can take 900 and 9 this 100 and this will get cancelled. So therefore the change in temperature is going to be how much? Kelvin. So we can take here as 9 Kelvin we can take here. So the units are going to be how much? Change in temperature is equals to how much? 9 Kelvin. Now I will take this 9 Kelvin and substitute back in this equation. So when I am substituting back in this equation, so I am going to get the change in area, easily I am going to get it. So already we have the area, and that means he has given as length and breadth. So I would like to do directly 9 fourths, it's going to be 36 into 10 power minus 4, converting centimeter into meter. Okay, now nextly I can take here, that is 2 alpha, so I am taking 2 here multiplied by the value of alpha. Alpha is going to be how much? 3.1 into 10 power minus 5, followed by the last one is going to be how much? Into 9. Got it, this one? And now with this case we can find out the area directly in this case. So we are having all the things in this point. So we are having the value of alpha, we are having the value, everything we are having here, just we need to multiply and simplify it. So now after simplification, so you will be getting the final result as Q is equals to, this is going to be fine. Now, so after simplification, the final result is, if I remove this point, this is going to be 10. So directly this part we need to simplify. After area of simplification, we will be getting something like 2 centimeter square approximately you will be getting after simplification. Let's go for the next question in this point. Now, here in this question what he has given, a cylindrical rod of length 1 meter and radius 4 centimeter is mounted vertically. Okay, so we will take here one cylindrical rod is there. So let us take, this is our cylindrical rod. This is our cylindrical rod and its length already he mentioned as what is the length that he has given us. He has given it as how much? 1 meter and its radius is going to be how much? 4 centimeter. is mounted vertically if subjected to a shear force. That means from here a shear force is acting, that is 10 power 5 Newton. 10 power 5 Newton he has given. So nextly, we are going to take the next part. At the top, considering infinitesimally small displacement. That means what is happening at the top side when you are applying a force. So there is a small deflection, and we represent that small deflection somewhat in this way. So let us take this small deflection is taken as theta. And now let us take this particular factor as whatever you can take it as x. So theta is equals to x by L. But let us proceed further. In the upper edge, he is saying to find out this angular displacement. So no need of this x. We need to find out this angular displacement in this case, and of the rod axis from its original position. That is what he is asking to find out this angular displacement. To find out this angular displacement, I am going to take the concept of rigidity modulus, which is basically denoted by eta, or we can also take it as shear modulus also, we can take it here. So, and now we will take eta is equals to, we can take here as shear stress by shear strain, and shear stress can be taken as force per unit area by shear strain, and shear strain is basically denoted by theta as per the question here. So, I am taking that part here as theta, and I am concerned to find out the value of theta. So theta will be equal to f by eta into a. So we need to substitute all these values here. So theta I am taking as it is. The value of f is going to be how much? Force is how much? 10 power 5. And the value of eta, is going to be how much? Here 10 power 10. And now we need to find out the area. The top surface is nothing but in the circular part. So I can take here, this is pi r square. So this is pi into r. In the value of our radius is nothing but 4 centimeter. So this centimeter by r square, that is 4 square, so 4 into 10 power minus 2 whole square. With this case, when you simplify, so theta is equals to 10 power of 5 whole divided by, or 10 power 5 and 10 power 5 will get cancelled, only 10 power minus 5 will be left over because here 10 is there. So 10 power minus 5, so I wish to take here directly, this is going to be how much? 10 power minus 5 at the bottom side. So we take directly here 1 by 10 power of minus 5 multiplied by this pi into, this is going to be this pi 3.14 also you can take it here, multiplied for 16 into 10 power of minus 4. When you simplify this part, so theta is going to be how much? Directly 10 power minus 5 and 10 power minus 4 is going to be how much? 10 power minus 9. So I can take here 1 by pi 16 pi into 10 power minus 9. 1 by 16 pi into 10 power minus 9. Whatever the data we got here, with that case we are simplifying. So as this is a numerical type, so I think this is going to be 10 power minus 9 and this will be 16 pi approximately. Maybe in this case, whatever the angle is there, that you are going to get very small factor. So we can take with this case, I believe theta is equals to force per unit area. Area already we got it here. And theta is going to be what? Rigidity. Okay, fine. Everything we have substituted. With this, we are going to get the angle finally. And that angle will be very smaller. And I think this angle, whatever the data we have received, is not an exact data, I believe so. Because angle is going to be very, very small with this case. So as already we have said you that these are the memory based questions. So let us go for the next question. Now in this question, n identical bulbs each takes power P when connected with main supply. N bulbs are connected in series with main supply. Then power will be, already you know the basic formula for power. Power is equals to, we can take here as V square by R. But if you are having n number of bulbs, then obviously we can take here P dash will be equal to V square by NR. So that means we can take here P dash will be equal to P by N. You are going to get the final result. So therefore final result P dash will be equal to how much? P by N. So this is going to be your final result. Let's go for the next question. In this question he said, for n type semiconductor, choose the correct option having correct statement. For n type semiconductor, we can say Ne into NH, this should be NH, Ne into NH is equals to Ni square. Yes, this is going to be true statement. And after that, next we can say Ne into NH, no, this is going to be false statement because Ne into NH is equals to Ni square. Yes, of course, it is going to be a pentavalent impurity. Electrons are majority charge carriers and additional volts are not generated. I think this additional volts are not generated. This volts should be either electrons or holes. We'll check it if any option is there, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. With this case, yes, we can go with 1, 3 and 4. If suppose if suppose additional electrons, suppose if holes were there, additional holes are not generated, then there is a possibility that this statement is going to be true, and if the option is there, that is also going to be correct. 1 3 4 5, yeah, this is also possibility. So additional volts, I do not go with this statement. Maybe there will be a mistake in this case. Whatever the source, from where the source we have received the question, I mean to say from the students we have received, either it may be electrons or holes. If it is holes, then it is going to be true. In that case, then we may get the second option for this part. Okay, now that's it. These were the questions that we have received so far, and by seeing the question paper and whatever the questions we have received so far, I believe that the physics paper was majority easy part, and a few questions, 2-3 questions were like just solving part were there, and whatever the questions we have received from there, I have shown you. The rest of the part will be continued with our chemistry faculty. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome back again. So here I am with the quick analysis of the chemistry paper. So we got some around 17 to 18 questions today. So let's see what was the level of the paper. So I will be discussing everything, so be connected. So as of now, if we see day 1, day 2 and day 3, each day they are increasing the level of chemistry paper. If we go day by day, so morning shift comparatively easier and evening shift is comparatively tougher than morning shift, we can say simply. So now see what type of question we got here. So we got questions from P block, V block questions, and P block questions regularly they are asking. From P block person, they are regularly asking questions based on comparison of ionization enthalpy, comparison of electronegativity, size, order, atomic and ionic radii. These are the questions they are repeatedly asking. So you should focus on that part more. So the question that we got today was like same question which they had asked previously in a different form. So they are repeating in a different way also. So, and that was the question which we can say easily doable question, and which was belonging to the class 11th also. In atomic structure part, if you see, they asked quantum number today also, and yesterday also they asked quantum number related problems. So you should focus on these small topic as they are covering the basic or easier topic. If we see the biomolecules, in each day they are changing the questions from the biomolecules. In morning time they have asked about DNA strand, how many type of hydrogen bonding is present. Now they have asked from the peptides reactions and their heating effect and all. So this was like a medium to difficult, but not that much you can do if you have the concepts of peptide part. So that was a doable part also, but you need to remember that part also. Now the next question that we got from the alkyl halide. In that alkyl halide, basically they have given the alkyl halide and different reagent was given, and they were asking you which one will be given, that or not. So it was also doable. Basic reaction was there, but as they have given in the statement form, so you need to be careful in that case. So again, it was a medium paper, medium question. Now if we see from the question which came from the chemical bonding, that was based on Vesper theory, and that was also doable. You can do easily chemical bonding. They are repeatedly asking from chemical bonding, either in the form of lone pair, either in the form of geometry, hybridization, MOT, number of unpaired electron, diamagnetic, paramagnetic, such type of questions they are asking repeatedly. And the chemical kinetics also they are touching more number of times. Morning also chemical kinetics were there, evening also chemical kinetics. Activation energy problems was there. They have given the K and T problem, and based on that graph you need to compare. So they are asking different types of problem from the same topic, and that question was also a medium level problem. And this carbonyl compound, we got the test iodoform reaction where they have given the multiple option, and you need to check which one will give that kind of precipitate, yellow precipitate they were asking. So again, it was an moderate level problem, because you need to check which one will be giving or which one will not be giving. So again, it's a conceptual based question. So medium problem, class 12 problem. Mole concept stoichiometric problem they are asking repeatedly. they are asking repeatedly how many moles will be given when this much of mass is given, so it will react like that. Based on the pH, they are incalculating all that things. So you need to practice that basic part of that mole concept and the stoichiometric part. From the general organic chemistry part, they asked one question based on carbocation stability. Based on carbocation stability. So again, you need to read that basic concept of carbocation, and that was not a difficult problem, very easy to moderate problem. You just need to compare all that. You just need to compare all that. Then coordination compound. Coordination compound, you can say that this is a very important topic because they are asking 2 to 3 questions, 2 to 3 questions, 1 or 2 questions every time they are asking. But all that questions are very simple. Very simple. If you are going through your class notes and your practice and revising your notes, everything, you will be able to do that such type of question very easily. But based on the paper level comparative to the other papers, we are saying that it was a medium level paper. And one question they asked from IUPSC. This is like a bonus for everyone, and it was a very easy problem basically. Now, chemical kinetics, they asked from one half-life reactions type of question. This was a bit of calculation you have to do, and you need to remember the formula part, T-half, how it is related with the concentration inversely, directly. That was the formula that you have to check that all thing. So again, it was an easy problem, easy to moderate level of problem that was. In ionic equilibrium, they have asked a question related to pH. But that was not purely based on pH. From the pH part, you need to calculate the pOH part. Then from here, there you need to calculate the OH negative concentration. Concentration part, say you need to calculate the mass of that. So that was the problem from there. So again, that was a doable problem, and you can do that part if you are preparing the basic part easy. Then you will be able to do such type of medium level problem easily. D block coordination compound. I said D block and coordination compound and group 13. These they are asking repeatedly. The question they are asking from this chapter repeatedly. So you need to be careful and revise. So, and what they have asked from this one, they have given you the Mn plus 2, Mn plus 1, Cr plus 2, Cr plus 3, and compare the ionization enthalpy of that one. So you can do that one also. So that one is easy problem, we can say. That was not a difficult problem. And they asked from hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon is like Markovnikov's adhesion. Based on the stability of carbocation, you have to do the reaction. So that was the concept in that question, and that was a medium level problem because you need to check the three carbocation stability in that part also. And solution and colligative property, simply they have asked based on the formula of Kf and Kf of water and the benzene part, which one is having higher and which one is having the lower part. So it is a memory based question. So basically we can say memorizing part of the question. So we can say medium level. And the last question which they have asked, which we got actually from the coordination compound, that was the mixture of chemical bonding as well as coordination compound. From that multiple concepts was there. So in comparative to the other paper, we can say this one was the difficult question. But if we go on a normal level, so we can say it was a moderate level question, but based on the level of paper, we have given that as a difficult problem. So what we can say overall, what I can say overall is that from day 1, day 2, day 3, they are increasing the level of chemistry part. They are increasing the level of chemistry part, and you need to focus on the data-based problem, and you need to focus on some of the formulas of the chapter coordination compound, D and F block, group 13, chemical bonding, chemical kinetics form, electrochemistry you can also focus. They are asking repeatedly chemical kinetics, periodic properties, atomic structure importantly. So you need to focus on all these chapters. So overall, if I say this paper was beyond moderate to little more than that. So if we go around that, so moderate level we can simply say. You just need to focus. Now Mohit sir and Hayat sir will be discussing about the physics paper analysis. Thank you.
So, hello everyone, welcome back. We'll be continuing with our discussion on the analysis of physics paper of 4th April shift 2. Comparatively, I will say this paper was more towards easy. After seeing all the questions, it's more towards easy compared to yesterday. It has covered, okay.
Majority of the formula-based questions were observed.
Yeah. So majority of the questions which we saw that yesterday was not there, the topic which was missed yesterday was been covered today. Like there was questions on electrostats, there was question on wave optics, there were questions which were missed yesterday has been covered today. Okay. So let's start with the basic analysis of today's paper. Okay, first thing first, I will just summarize it like this. If we want to summarize this whole discussion in one statement, the questions were very much similar to the previous year's questions, number one. Number two, this shift was comparatively more easier than yesterday's shift. Okay, it's one of the easiest shift in terms of physics paper. Number three, what I think is the type of question which was missed yesterday is been covered today. So we can never say that there is some topic important or some topic is out of relevance. We can have equal weightage, or we should be putting equal effort to all the topics. I will always repeat that we can leave some particular topics of a chapter which is more towards advanced, but obviously we have to cover all the important topics, and we can get the idea of this by seeing the previous year's questions. So previous year's questions are the savior for this preparation, right?
Also, formulas are also very, very important. You have to go through all the formulas also, whatever you have studied. Starting from this part, from the units and dimension part, as usual, we go to the question.
Yes, sir, I mean, we can see that it's like 11 May, and in class 12, we have almost balanced paper, right?
Yes, sir.
Almost balanced paper. So the question paper is almost, the first year topics and second topics are almost balanced, right? Okay, when we start with a few topics like units and dimension is always one of the most interesting topic, and a topic where from we are finding question in almost every shift, right? Error and measurement pay, we didn't find any question till now as per, okay, one thing I will obviously try to highlight, we are getting this question based on memory, these are memory based questions been received by the students, and there might be a little bit of data change and here and there, and we are just trying to give you the type and the pattern of question which has been asked and is been there in the paper, right? So based on that, what we got, we have tried to map it, what is easy and what is moderate and what is difficult. We didn't find a single difficult question. All questions were easy or moderate. Moderate only because there was a mix of concept. Units and dimension, sir, you wanted to say something?
It's units and dimensions. Almost in every shift you are getting the question either on the dimension analysis or the dimension formulas. Most precisely whatever we have seen from the past shifts and the present shifts, electrical as well as heat quantities and even mechanics part. So usually the students will be preparing this very in each and every question they will be perfect with the formulas, so they can solve these type of questions very easily. But we did not observe any question from the errors, rectilinear motion, projectile motion, relative motion, and even NLM. Even from the friction also we did not
friction pay, I guess there was one question, no sir, that question, that there was a block.
Yeah, there was one question.
Okay,
on
so
friction.
we missed out here.
Yeah.
There was one question on friction. Actually, we should consider one question on NLM. Yesterday we didn't find any question on rectilinear motion, relative motion. So one of the topic which is very rare nowadays, which we are finding less question, is rectilinear motion and relative motion. Projectile motion, but yesterday there was one questions. Laws of motion of friction, you can say, as one topic, and we found one question on it, which we can say is almost easy level only.
Exactly.
Little bit of more calculation, but easy standard routine problem. Okay, going with work by energy, we are getting one question on work by energy almost in every shift. Sometime on work energy theorem, and sometime on work done by constant force base. So there was one question on this concept. Circular motion pe we are not finding any question generally. Center of mass pe we are finding question generally, but this shift pe we didn't find any question.
So far we did not got it.
Yeah. RBD mein we are almost finding question almost every shift.
Every shift.
Sometime we are getting questions on moment of inertia. Sometime we are getting question on rolling on inclined plane. Sometime we are getting, this time we got a rolling on a horizontal surface. So pure rolling, but there was a very easy straight problem, right? Okay, sir. Carry on.
Followed by from we did not observe any question from the simple harmonic motion, but in past papers we have seen some questions from the fluid mechanics. In yesterday's shift, like in morning and evening, we got a question from the fluid mechanics. Surprisingly, we did not got today question from fluid mechanics, followed by surface tension. And from elasticity and viscosity, we got very good question, that is shear stress. And whatever the data we received on that, the question, whatever the data, maybe there will be some change in that case. That is, the question was based on our shear stress. Okay. That is what there may be a change in the data.
So one thing I will obviously try to conclude at this point for people who are preparing for from the first year topics. Few of the important most topic which we are obviously we shouldn't say like that because questions are getting mixed, but we are seeing almost in every shift questions coming from units and dimension. We are getting questions on elasticity and viscosity very often. We are getting one question RBD in almost every shift. We are getting question on work by energy every shift almost. And elasticity and viscosity, we are getting something or the other. Sometimes we are getting question on Stokes law based. Sometimes we are getting question on terminal velocity. Sometimes in the surface we are getting question on excess pressure concepts. So these are the focus topic we can look into, right? Going forward, string wave and sound wave pe, yesterday also we got a straight question on equation of wave. Today also we got a question on the same type. Ekdam same pattern, almost same pattern. KTG and Thermo D, we are getting question very often on process-based, standard process-based formula question. Sometimes it's giving in a passage-based type, sometimes it's a integer-based question, sometimes it's coming in the single correct question.
Majority we observe theoretical questions on this from the thermodynamics processes. The student is perfect with all the theory with this part. Most precisely what we have seen, majority questions are based on theoretical part. Followed by thermal expansion, calorimetry. We got one question on the surface expansion, that too in today's evening shift.
Right.
So
mostly questions were easy and routine problem which we generally see in our class teaching only. When we start a class, when we do our classes properly, the very first problem, the routine problems are the problems which we are seeing generally, similar to PYQs. Going for the second year's topic, geometrical optics per we are finding question almost every time. So I guess we got two questions from here, right, sir?
Yes.
We got two questions here, no?
One question. Yeah, two questions.
Right, we got two questions here, and one was easy and the other was moderate. We got around two questions on wave optics. One was a combination of YDSC and diffraction concept, and one question was on polarization. So there were two questions. We are calling YDSC plus diffraction concept mixing was there as a moderate standard question, as the concepts were mixed there. So we need to know both the concepts, like interference as well as diffraction, then only we can get the answer. And these are straight formula based. We are not getting to deep of the knowledge of the equation. We are just knowing the formula, we can go for it.
Moreover, one more thing we can say about that wave optics, the question combination of YDSC and diffraction, the same model is there in your NCERT solved problem. Same question, only the value n equals to 20 that has been removed. And remaining the question was almost, the data was almost same.
Right.
So going to the next, electrostatics, electric field.
We didn't find any question on electrostatics yesterday, but we are finding one question today. Gravitation, we didn't find question yesterday, we are finding today. Also on gravitation, there was a question being raised in the chat that the answer is on. So the question what we got was the distance was measured from the center of the earth to the point, which was 3r. There might be the question is given the distance measured from the surface of the earth to that point, which is 3r. So in that case, the answer which is mgr by 3 will become mgr by 4. The answer will change based on change of data. So with the data we had and the measurement was from center, for that we got that answer. Anyways, so gravitation we are getting this question, which is very easy, straight on the conservation of energy. Basic principle of conservation of energy, right?
Coming to the next, current electricity. Almost every time we are observing the questions either from power or from based on combination of resistors or from Ohm's law, based on that. And that too, majority, moderate or easy. Maximum we are getting the easy part. If you are confirmed with the basic part, then you can do it from that question.
Right. Heat transformer, yesterday also we didn't get any question, today also we didn't get any question. Capacitance, we are getting almost question in every shift. It was combination of capacitors. There might be some dielectric has been said by students, but it's a very easy question. Simply a parallel series combination based question with no tricks involved, with no symmetry concept involved, straight away series parallel combination. Going forward, EMF way today, we haven't got any question from memory base and EMI, though we expect one question generally from this section always. It's one of the very lengthy section where we expect one question coming from
Maybe
this.
it will have been asked because we got around 20 questions from the students.
So we have collected around 19-20 questions. Based on that, we have brought this analysis. Alternating current pe we have got one basic circuit, LR circuit based question, straight away formula based. Modern physics we are getting basic straight questions on Bohr model. Yesterday also we got one, today also we got one. Nuclear physics we are not getting any question. Even in the January shift we were seeing that very few questions were being asked from nuclear physics, but here also. Electromagnetic wave we didn't find any questions. Semiconductor we found question on extrinsic semiconductor. We didn't find any question on logic gates.
No. This time we did not got logic gate. Every time we were getting the logic gate question, and that too this time we got a theoretical question.
Right. All these questions we are counting as easy, sir, because these are straight surface formula based question. If we know the topic, we know the formula related, we know the basic application, we get the answer, right? One of the points which I want to conclude towards the end is I think we need to understand that which question we should skip and which question we should attempt. That's one of the art we need to learn when we practice more. So practicing is the key to get through that. Obviously, let's summarize it. So number of questions from class 11 was total 7 as per we have received till now, and 12 as from class 12. Though we have got the views from the student that it was very much balanced paper. There were equal number of questions from first year and second year, almost. But here we have got almost 19 questions, where there were mostly easy question from first year also and mostly easy question second year also. There's hardly total 5 moderate question. That was the total analysis with the memory based question that we collected. I hope we practice more and we get the pattern and we get the understanding of this from our analysis. Seeing PYQs is still helping, and understanding the basic standard formulas and applying them again and again is the key to get or score better marks. I hope all of you went good with your exams if you have written exam today. And for the rest of you, all the best. Keep studying, keep growing, keep joining us, and we'll be meeting you on the next exam analysis, which will be on 7th, right?
One more doubt, like students are asking that how can you predict the paper of 7th, and some may be thinking that the paper will be tough or easy. So you, sir?
I think, sir, we cannot have a proper discussion on this and prediction on this. I think there will be always some level of uncertainty.
Exactly.
As yesterday we found questions coming from particular topic, on those topic today there is no question, and vice versa.
Right.
So let's not go like that.
So no
we
prediction.
cannot leave any chapter. We can leave some particular topics. We can leave some particular advanced problem related topics, because physics still is going with more of PYQ types. So let's stick with the basics and let's stick with the standard formulas. That's it. Don't go and don't try to go deep into any formula right now. Right. All the best. Stay tuned with us. Thank you for joining this channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.